Crosshair knows the mission.
Wait, have you seen... Oh, I guess that it was only one season so far, right?
Yeah.
You know, did you see the trailer for the second one? It's pretty dope. I like that Star Wars is leaning into, with its themes and music, some more hip hop aspects.
Hip hop?
Yeah, it's pretty.
Hello, Manda. You're in first today. Congratulations.
Hip hop? What are you talking about, Jesse? What are you talking about? We'll be fine.
I was really proud of this setup. This is pretty slick, wasn't it?
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, like a fun way to...
I love these castle wall pieces.
Yeah,
they're really, really cool. Where'd you get them from?
It's a place called Miniature Building Authority down in Atlanta. They're ridiculously expensive.
I imagine they came painted. Like
they're like, you know, they're like hand done somehow, and he hand paints them, and they're just like, you can't get stuff like this.
Oh, you mean like built by hand?
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Well, now you can write them off as a business expense.
Hello, Pat.
Actually, good point.
You were second, my friend, not first. Our audio sound good, everybody? Can you hear us?
Because
All right,
now
I'm going to need your help with focusing, if you would, please, Thomas.
Yes. What?
On here.
I'm just saying, like, if you're Twitch partner, is it partnered or affiliate? Which one's the lower rung?
And in fact, if you could take the knob down there and lower the whole thing a bit.
Pat gave you a picture.
Lower it down.
I am.
Oh, okay.
John.
Got a little more. Oh, that's awesome.
There's also this light that's on a scooch. Right between you and
Yeah. Well, actually, we should move that down and angle it in the way we normally do. So, okay, right there's good, and now angle it back. We turned it when we did that. So, no, other way. Touch more. Okay, good. And then now the focus. Actually, go back the other way. Right there. It's good. Thank you. You're pretty good at that.
pretty good.
Buy anything, show it on stream.
Hello,
once,
Patrick.
statistics.
Good to see you, sir. Keith. Good, loud and clear. I like the laments
Show the
and wails
house.
of my victims to be clearly heard.
I don't think you can do a house, but you can cordon off like square feet worth of your house for
Some
for
some
office
vloggers,
space.
they say their house is their business because they're family vloggers.
Oh, yeah.
I just think you have to make a compelling case to the IRS, and they're not particularly creative, fun
No, they're
organization. Yeah,
They're not.
I want to speak to the people. If we have any auditors in chat, we love you.
Although we had something happen to us this year. We actually had them send back some money. They said we overpaid, which
Love that.
I've never seen that happen before. So yeah,
Here you go.
yeah.
Thanks for too much money. You don't very often hear someone say,
Hello,
"You paid me
Evelyn.
too much."
Nobody die. Love you all. All right, the wishes are well received.
We do have one full heal
no.
in the bag.
I know I lost the dice. When I got into my car after the game last week, I had this dice tray, and I just all the dice all over my car.
Is that light bothering you guys the way it's set up now?
No, I think so.
Do you want to? If you want to turn it to underlighting, you can. You can just pivot it and drop it down. I had it set to basically use a sunlight on this terrain.
Fun.
Okay.
The immersion will
good?
not be broken.
Oh, fuck.
Those are for you.
Thank you. I'll need them after a while.
I haven't recently been rolling a lot of d6s. Lightning bolt has not been touched in a hot minute.
D6 King over
He
here.
keeps throwing lightning immune creatures in our face, so not much use to bolt them. We'll be fine.
We just have to get to Ares Peak, and right now we're underground.
We're in a mountain.
Which is?
All right. And we're going live on video in 3, 2, and 1. They can hear it. You can't?
Oh.
Oh. Why can't we hear?
I don't know, it does that every once in a while. Welcome, everybody. Blue Box, episode 92 of the Runelords. And thank you for joining with us on this Father's Day. And I hope all of you fathers out there are enjoying your day and that you are spoiled by your families. Also, happy Juneteenth to all of you out there. I believe this is the first year we're celebrating that as a federal holiday, which is great. Mm-hmm. And we're excited to be here with you. Blue Box got a fun game to play today. Mm-hmm. You may notice, so this is, if you've not been keeping up with us in Discord, or maybe if you missed the last week or two, this is now either the penultimate or ultimate episode of our Runelords campaign, as we have at most 2 weeks, if not just today, remaining, depending on how things go. We are concluding the campaign because, of course, Evelyn already has moved. And her character, Irda, had ascended with Sarenrae. And now we have our own Chandler, who has graced us with his presence for some time now, a fantastic addition to Blue Box. You'll see him next year at Blue Box Con, but you will not be seeing him on our Sunday stream, as he is moving to Knoxville to attempt to be a barrister, as they say overseas. And we wish him Godspeed with that. But this is the conclusion of 2 years of pursuing secrets that began in the town of Sandpoint. A goblin raid, the saving of an apparent noble by the name of Aldern Foxglove, the later secrets that came out, discovering runes carved into people's chests, all of which cast the party on this extended journey over hundreds and hundreds of hours of gameplay to discover, in fact, what they have now come to understand is the return, or the attempted return, of at least one of the ancient Runelords of Thessalonia. They have, I'll let them do a what happened last time, but just as a summary, they are on the doorstep of Xin-Shalast, the ancient city of the Runelord Karzug. And the title of today's episode is Xin-Shalast at Last. And so we're going to jump into it in just a moment. Before we do, just a quick word about a couple of our sponsors. So check some of this stuff out. Not that stuff.
Not that stuff. Other stuff.
I thought I stopped that last time. Right. So first of all, we have Mantic Games, makers of Terrain Crate, Kings of War, and oh, by the way, they just launched something new. I forgot. Steve Bloodwild sent me this in Discord. Let me see if I can find it while the music is playing. Dun, 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 dun. Looking. Where is his message? I have too many recent messages. I'm just searching.
Already got a raid.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, let's go. Thank you very much,
raid.
Lee. We appreciate the raid.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, so they have a new set called under their board games division. Mantic launches the new board game division of Mantic, and you can find it on their website. So in addition to Kings of War and Terrain Crate, they're now making board games. So check out all the stuff Mantic. Thank you again, Lee. Hey, Lord Forth, good to see you. Hey, Tom, good to see you as well. And then, of course, we all love our good friend Darren over at Ferox Fabrications.
That's awesome.
Thank you for the sub, Robert. Our good friend. Hey, Sam. Congrats. We haven't shipped out your dinosaur yet. I was set to ship all that stuff out last week, and I made a mistake. Have you ever had a temporary file opened in something like Excel, and without realizing it, you were saving all your changes to the temp file, and then you close Excel, and it says, do you have all the files you need? And you say yes. And then you come back and realize you were not saving to the permanent file, you were saving to the temp file. I did that, so I have to re-enter all the addresses from the last couple weeks of giveaways. I'll get all that done and get those out to you next week. So just a little comedy of errors there, all my fault. And thank you to Darren, maker of all kinds of cool things, laser engraved goodness, the Evolution mini holders, the dice tubes, wet pallets, shields, incredible stuff that he creates. Please check him out. and support all of our sponsors. And then, of course, you know our good friend Mike Disney. Mike, wow, I'm just
Not that one again?
I'm hitting all the buttons again. You know what? I've been talking to Jay too often lately. He is rubbing off on me, and not in the good way. Troll Games, our friends at TLG. Chuck ran. Oh, what? Really?
No.
Really?
No.
I sold them.
Not
Really?
No.
That was
Really?
No.
Really? All right, Chuck at Troll Games, he ran our Friday Night Crusades for us. But thank you for that, and I heard it was a good time, so we appreciate everybody that comes out for Friday Night Crusades. And then, of course, Mike Disney, the art of Mike Disney, all of his talented stuff. And then I don't have her logo up yet. I'll have that up on Tuesday. But hang on here, let's go back to our full screen. A shout out to Cowboy Hob, Bianca, who creates all the artwork. She'll be creating all brand new artwork for the PCs rather, that will be joining in our new Sunday campaign, which, as I mentioned before, will be set in the world of Aired, which is the Troll Lord Games canon universe. And I look forward to working with Chuck and Stephen Chanot over there at TLG to create a compelling campaign that you're all going to like, and that will be here in just a few weeks. So we'll have more announcements on timing. May have something we're interspersing in that campaign, because that will be every other week, and we may have a different campaign that we're running every other week, and so we'll see how all that shakes out. Now, let's go to what happened last time, and Thomas, take it away.
Last time, we found ourselves in the midst of battle with, I believe it was Archrist, White Dragon, White Guardian of Xin-Shalast, which we were warned about by the quill that we found after fighting the Scribbler. And midway through the battle, things were looking like they could be at a tipping point. And so a brave decision was made between two members of the party, with much trust between the two of them, that Cade would fly into the mouth of this ancient white dragon, and Alcott would somehow keep him safe. And in doing so, Cade was surrounded by a bubble of pure force,
Bravest
and the dragon
pirate of them all.
Exactly. Bravest pirate you've ever seen. And the dragon clenched its mouth down upon the ball with great speed behind its body and cracked its jaw, wrenched its body at midair, and took some
Ripped
good
teeth
damage.
out. Ripped teeth out of the skull.
And at this opportunity, Markov kept firing, and eventually we slew the beast midair after it had tried to get away. Alcott, again, putting barriers in its way, and in a last ditch effort to just be as angry as possible, it dove its whole force down on Alcott, nearly killing him by a single hit point. And but we
Still
survived.
can't believe that.
We survived, and we solved the puzzle of the magic faces, that the 7 Runelords that we were told needed spells cast and divine words said, of specific schools of magic. 7 of the 8. What was the one that wasn't there?
Divination.
Divination, yes. Because who cares? And after doing so, a set of stairs up the mountain into the mouth of the dragon's cave were unlocked, and we made our way up. We left Gurgs and the horse behind.
Right.
Which, you know, he might eat the horse, but there's a dragon. He might eat that instead. And we found ourselves amidst the horde of an ancient dragon, which Cade's eyes just blew up 7 times their size. And Markov gave some caution toward that, saying that it could be cursed, could not. But either way, no reason to take a bunch of gold. We're trying to go fight and kill some Runelords. And, I mean, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Alcott was convinced that there could be something useful inside, and Cade didn't care it was money. So, 2/3 of the party having a more yay vote than nay vote, we decided to look at some things in the pile. Spent about an hour.
I'm
found
not
some
sure
stuff.
Cade agreed to any sort of egalitarian vote. I think Cade just decided to do what he was going to do, no
Cade
matter
made
what.
the decision, and Alcott went along with it. But that's usually
If
how
we're
it
gonna
goes.
die, have fun dying.
Might as well slide down a big pile of gold on the way, huh? And we found a belt of strength. We found a pearl of power, which We don't know exactly what level of spell it can hold. We found... Goodness, what else did we find?
10 master-crafted bolts.
10 bolts. We found some half-plate armor that no one wanted. We found 3 white potions, which Alcott was unable to determine what they did. We found a chime of opening, which has 5 charges in it. You also found... I think that's pretty much it, right?
You already mentioned the bell, right?
Yeah, the belt.
Yeah,
There were the bolts.
Yeah.
And the Pearl of Power. Those are the things that you found.
Pearl of
Yes,
power.
and that is what we found within the Dragon Sword. Not that there weren't an immense amount of other things in there, it's just it would take up to days to search through all of it. And we made our way down the hallway to eventually a room that had a rod of some sort sparkling in the middle of it, crackling with energy. And we sent Wallman forward to investigate, and he was wholly destroyed. We believe not by damage. It was that all of the magic that held him together was just in one fell swoop cut off. And he turned into a big pile of rocks, which sucks really bad. Because I liked him. He was nice. He
Yeah,
did
that
what
was
I asked
tough.
and didn't
That was
question it all
tough.
the time. I don't have a lot of that around me. At least not for a number of years. And so we made a judgment call that this was not a trap of damage, but a trap of magic. And we decided that the least magical amongst us, Tian, Markov's friend, who taught him his sword work and many other skills in the church, was the one who should go forward. She gave up all of her magical items, at least temporarily, while she went forward to attempt to turn all 7 keys in this door twice and try to open it into the city of Xin-Shalast. And that is where we left off as the pulsing grew and went off while she was in there. And we'll see what happens.
All right, very good. And we got a lot to get
She's
through.
expendable.
So we're going to move. Ooh, wow.
Goodness.
All right, so
All right.
So let's go quickly through player intros, and we're going to get right into the action today. We've got a lot of gaming ahead of us. So let's start with, we'll go 1, 2, 3. So let's start with you. Introduce us to Alcott.
Alcott Devereaux, Archmage Extraordinaire. Just lost my best friend. Not my best friend. He's a big pile of rocks, but he got me
had a
through some
rocky
tough
relationship.
times. We did have a rocky relationship, but he was very helpful, and I'm
Dad
very
joke
sad.
day.
Not to say that one day he can't be rebuilt. But yeah,
Reforged.
lost a friend, and not too happy about that. But I don't know what immense amount of help he was going to be in the fight to come. But that happened. But yes, level 13 wizard. 1 mythic point, an archmage, and a human. That is what I am playing.
And this has been an interesting sort of part of your story. And actually, you know, just sort of has worked out this way that family, friends, everything around you seems to be torn
Still got
away.
these guys.
All right.
I'm afraid to be close to him.
You should be.
All right, so let's go to Cade. Tell us about Cade Cardinal.
I'm Captain Cade Cardinal, pirate of the high seas. Businessman extraordinaire also. Rum lover. I'm a level 11... I'm never going to say that.
you really do have
Level
trouble with that.
11 swashbuckler and a level 2 bard.
Huzzah.
Yes. Very fun being a bard because I can create my own fire and talk to people in their heads, so it's a lot of fun. There you go. Oh, I love me wine. Oh no, me rum, me women, and me gold, and lots of it.
Interesting. Put gold at the end this time.
Yeah. All right, Markov.
Yes, I play Markov Volpa, a level 12 Inquisitor of Iomade, the bloody blade that seeks to destroy evil, all that kind of stuff. A monster hunter who advises the group on the challenges that they come up against, and
Whether we listen to the advisor.
yes, whose plans are routinely dismissed for being far too boring and practical. But boring plans don't kill dragons, I guess, is what we've learned.
You got that right.
Yeah. So
That belongs on a T-shirt.
yeah.
Actually, that is a really good quote.
Boring plans don't kill dragons.
He is a sanctified slayer who is a...
Rogue for God.
There you go. So, but still just level 12 Inquisitor, and I have a mythic rank in the Trickster, so I've been able to foil quite a lot of magical traps and things like that due to my boon of Iomade. Maybe not so much yet. Maybe in the future. That's a hopeful, ambitious statement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speak it into existence.
Yeah.
there one day.
He may be a
Manifesting.
rogue for God, but does he have his own God like me?
Very personal.
I have my own
relationship.
God.
I love the idea that Cade believes that no one else follows Caden.
It's like you have this one-on-one relationship.
Yeah.
It's
That's wholesome.
all right. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. And as we kick off today, we'll talk about giveaways and some other stuff at the break. Before I jump into it, though, you may note today that I am attired in a bit of my fancier garb. I have always been taught that you dress up for funerals. And now we begin today.
Is there a reason you have one color up and
His,
one color
like,
down?
One color up, one color down.
I do
Yes.
like that. We're
So
all talking about it at the same time.
This is 1 foot in the grave, 1 foot out of the
Oh,
grave.
yeah?
That is
Okay.
the state that you're currently in.
It's
when
the balance will tip one way or the other, and you're open for it.
the actual reason is the microphone on this here keeps
It's
knocking
not
it down.
gonna- You prefer the popped collar.
I do, especially with this garment. All right. So, hey, thank you for the sub, Chaosic. Good to see you, my friend. And yeah, any of you guys that have let your subs lapse, please jump those back in, and
Best time
we're
to
going to
do it.
get started. All right. So,
Subway.
your erstwhile companion, your trainer, as she clicks the lock in the second key, you heard another firing of that strange cylinder. That's where we left off last time. You hear her gasp. Oh, my. It was like being doused in cold water. And she moves to the second. Click. Click.
She's alive.
She's okay. But you can see the energy is beginning to crackle again on the device. And
Hit me again.
and she gets around to the fifth lock. She gets to the sixth lock. As she clicks the final lock, you hear a ka-tunk, 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 ka-tunk.
Watch the floor. Watch the floor. We're gonna die.
And with no sound at all, the door just opens of its own. A chill wind rushes in, and you're blinded by light coming through the other side. You can dimly make out what looks like a snow-covered valley.
Tian, does the rod seem placated?
She looks down. You can see it. Not particularly, no. In fact, I think, I think here it comes again.
No.
and it does fire off again. It probably doesn't sound as cool to you guys on like, because you don't have like
sounds
subwoofers
awesome in
on, but
here.
it sounds fantastic
The
in here.
bass,
So like we're getting a massage every time that fires off. I don't want to do that again. Can we hurry?
How long was the timing between? both
You'd
of those
guess
pulses?
probably about a minute,
All right, we got enough time to run through. I'd have to imagine.
perhaps.
Perhaps.
Well, are we gonna be turned to dust?
No,
I mean, she wasn't turned to dust.
Oh.
I say, make your way through the door. We'll be right through. We're going to try and time our exit.
Alcott's just running.
Okay, Alcott takes off
Only
running.
like 100 feet back. I
Yeah,
mean, we
yeah,
can
yeah. You're
move
not
that in a
far.
minute.
Yeah, you could be there in 15, 20 seconds.
Oh, I'll sprint then.
Okay,
Yeah.
everyone just starts running for the door.
If it's directly after the
Why-
last pulse,
Yeah.
I feel like he gave us a warning. Everybody started to open the door. Was there a question mark on
Constantly
that?
say yes.
Haven't you noticed, like, you can't read me that way? Like, I may give you that. I may not give. I may make you think I'm giving you that. That's like sometimes I make it sound like I'm giving you a hint when I'm not.
I'm. After the pulse, I'll go because I'm making the assumption that it's timed.
Yes.
Not,
No, Tim, we ignored that.
Yeah.
You got a +1 from Tim.
Oh, let's go, Tim. Thank you very much. And by the way, all advantages and
Well,
everything carry
I did
over
see it, but
from last week.
I ignored it.
I wonder if they'll support Cade on the end of his quest. If they'll give any advantages to him
And
his
Chaosic,
allies.
thank you for the gift subs.
Subs
we appreciate
for Cade.
that very
Run
much.
for all.
Yeah.
Thank you. Congrats to all those that
Chat,
received the
you would
gift
hate
subs.
to see Cade die.
And
And Alcott.
Tim, I appreciate that very much. I need all the help I can get today. Actually, I really don't. I
support-
think
his
this is going to be a
support's
slam
always
dunk. Okay. As you You all step through the door. Do you close the door behind you? Do you...
Absolutely.
At least I'm going to put my back on it to try and put my weight to push it closed.
All right, as you start to push it close, you can hear that rod now is... Just go ahead and make an initiative check.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I also, when we break the seal between the cave we were in and the city of Xin-Shalast or whatever we're in, do I feel we've entered a magic barrier, anything weird here?
Say that for a second. All right, so go ahead.
Yeah. So yes, and I'm trying to use that, like I said, putting my back on it as cover.
Okay.
5.
Okay, roll again. We both had 5.
Okay. A 6.
You have it. I had a 4.
Huzzah.
All right. You slam the portal closed. You can even hear behind you the as it fires off one more time, but you are now safely on the other side of the door.
Good job, Markov.
Huzzah.
Taking a moment to breathe, you look around.
Thank you.
And
Just no clue what.
you see a tableau that defies belief. A massive valley covered with the teeth of high spiked mountains, and one in front of you that you saw from a distance, which reaches through the very cloud, seems to touch the heavens above. This pass opens up into this glacial valley and then turns west at the base at the far end. Filling the valley is an ice-capped city of enormous proportion. In fact, this city has a strange architecture to it, something like you've not seen before. And I'll pull this up. This gives you a sense of it.
By the way.
He did?
Yeah.
Goodness, they really must.
Oh
not
my
want us to-
goodness! Yes.
I just don't
Thank
remember
you.
getting this
It
on
is-
Mother's Day. But we
It
didn't do
is
it on
Father's Day.
so-
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That is 5 more
We can
plus
make up
ones.
for Mother's
If
Day.
you didn't know, Thomas,
I have a dog and 2 cats.
a lot like a father.
Good to note. There's only one father in the room. Hey, thank you. Hey, Will. So, Phantom Robert, thank you for the gift sub. All right, so the near end is blocked mostly by a fortress of smooth black stone that you can see immediately beneath you. Exiting the bailey of the fortress, there's a massive causeway of gold that actually, you can't see it here on this, but it's a golden causeway, a golden road that seems suspended in midair, and it winds its way like a sinuous snake through the city, ascends, and heads up toward the mouth at the top of that mountain. It's difficult to get a sense of scale, but just to help you with it, this particular peak is 35,000 feet up. From sea level. No,
Why
from
is
sea level.
Yoda in the face
And
of
so-
the rock?
What's that?
Why is Yoda in the face of the rock?
It's a good question.
And I'm gonna have you make a knowledge history check.
Cool. I'm into that.
That is for the U is speaking to the mage Alcott.
24.
Yeah, from sea level. Okay, it literally touches the heavens. So they're already thousands of they're already in thin air. They're already
Slightly shorter than the peak of the Himalayas.
okay. So what'd you have?
I had a 24.
24. Nope. Okay. All
In
right.
terms of magic, do I feel anything in the air?
I'll get to that in just a second.
Cool.
The thoroughfare of gold rises to prodigious heights and gives the illusion that the road itself is like a valley. The eastern slope has been subsumed by this ancient glacial flow, and nearly a quarter of the city seems to have been buried beneath the ice. This section is now a little more than a great mass of ice with jagged angles and the peaks of ruined structures that poke through the topmost layer of the ice. Where the valley curves slightly to the west, the structures, if anything, grow even larger, becoming truly gigantic. As they climb up over the rocky spur, at the far end of the valley, the city abuts against the lower slope of this truly massive peak. Yet the builders seem to have taken no heed for the steepness of the slope, for the great causeway merely elevates at the steep angle and continues to climb increasingly in a straight line, transforming into immense stairways. Additional buildings cling precariously to the mountain face along the causeway, growing even larger and more impressive as they ascend. So these are not pine trees here that you see; these are spires.
I was going to say. We
of
are
towers.
at a height at which trees no longer grow.
Correct. Yeah. Beyond that point, there's nothing growing. Those are all spires.
Not enough oxygen for 'em up here.
So
enough for
there
us.
at the top, a spired citadel looms, its size and proportions truly magnificent. It too fails to summit the mountain. Instead, its topmost spires end just below the dominant face of a stern man, carved into the peak of the mountain, surveying the city below. The otherworldly quality of this strange panorama is further reinforced by the sound of cold winds slicing across the high peaks, making strange cries and shrieks in the ether.
How is our own breath at this point? Not like it's cold, but I mean, like,
No, it's thin. You find yourself breathing more rapidly just to get enough oxygen. You've not had time to acclimate as you've gone up and up and up, and something seems to have happened when you went through that tunnel. Though you felt like you were level, you're confident you're now at a higher elevation than
much
you were
higher.
when you came in.
Yeah. I'll take with the telescope that I have, the seeing glass. I'm going to point it up towards the face and towards the tallest tower up there to see if I can spot anything particularly of note. If anything up there catches like a glint, any reflective surfaces up there, anything.
As you pull out the telescope, by the way, I'm using my wind effect, but I've got the volume turned down, so tell me if it sounds okay on the stream or if your ears are being blown out by the wind. You notice now as you pull out your monocle, the cave glows with an iridescent blue light. It's now blazoning. As you slide it up, you can see actually the city is not abandoned. You don't see humans wandering, but you see furtive shapes of different sizes moving from buildings, perhaps ancient undying denizens that once habitated this place, or perhaps generation after generation of monsters or other manner of aberration that have survived in the city roam and move between buildings. As you slide the eye up, when you reach the very topmost spire just beneath the face, your lens glows blindingly blue in your own eye. You have to pull the monocle away from your eye. And now to your question, Thomas.
Yes.
You don't sense anything different magically, but you do have the definitive sense that you are being watched. The moment you step through this door, you don't even have to ask for scrying.
Yeah.
You are being watched.
Imagine just straight up eyes.
And I need to see each of your character sheets one by one. Can I see yours first, please?
So I imagine my detect
Well,
scrying is
mine's
also
on
going
here.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, so that we are being scryed upon, or it is just
Not.
raw
It's not. The spell scry is not being used.
Okay.
But you are being.
being watched?
Oh, so okay. So my detect scrying is not.
Well,
triggered.
I'm gonna give it the. No, it's not. It's not the scry spell.
Okay. Understood.
So I mean, I'm still gonna say you're being watched, but it is not through a traditional scry.
Alcott will sort of steady himself and take a deep breath. We are very high.
Yes. This is a city that is truly damned. This is. You may not be able to spy it from this distance. There are still inhabitants of this place.
Then perhaps we should skip over it.
That is just my thought as well. Why travel the streets of such a cursed city when we can go above it and not even tread?
I may have.
Cade likes flying.
Huzzah. I do.
It seems like the altitude has taken out a lot of your
My
panache.
panache.
Okay, there you go.
We're most certainly being watched. I don't trust that stone face. And I believe, and I'll point up towards the tower, I believe what we seek is there.
What are we seeking?
The lens.
We were told it was an airy speak.
My own seeing glass couldn't even look at it without being blinded.
It must be that whatever your seeing glass looks at, the bluer it gets, the closer to reality. Our target.
And Alcott,
do any of you have? So you have the lens still. Do any of you have Sihedron runes?
Don't we have those
the
necklaces?
medallions? Yeah. Do any of you still have medallions?
I don't have those.
We do have the one. I think that it might actually be in your like backpack or something, but I know you don't wear it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have it.
yeah. So I'll say the item we found on the bridge. Speak carefully.
Oh,
Alcott?
so there's blue stone set in it. So should I get it out?
Oh, I'm asking what's in the equipment inventory.
Yeah.
I
It's
do
just
have it.
it's probably not important. I wouldn't worry about it. That item.
Yes.
It is very important to me that we complete our mission. Alcott, do you believe you should be the one to wield it?
An orb of raw magical energy? Do you think you can handle it?
I'm not saying if you believe it is important for completing what we came here to do. My only goal is to do that.
I have the distinct feeling it's not going to be easy, whatever we're going after.
I agree.
Yes.
Which is why we.
So, what do we need to get up there and past that ugly face?
I can potentially turn all of us into wind. We can then make our way up to the top of the peak, hopefully unseen.
Oh, I bet they'll see us.
All of us?
All of us.
Oh, I'm sure they've got a magical power that can see us floating in the air.
Yes, but we will be safer as wind. More
Tian-
immune to physical attacks.
Tian, I know they say you ride like wind, but have you ever wanted to be wind?
I'm not quite sure I take your meaning.
He can find us passage over the city itself as the elements.
I do not wish to travel over the city of abominations. And that bridge, I don't care to walk over it either.
Do you think it's safe?
No. I do
Nothing
not.
about this screams
Nothing we
safe.
do is safe.
She blushes a little bit, like she realizes the question was foolish. No, of course you're right. I trust whatever your judgment is, Markov.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Tian. I think using...
Oh my goodness, Wayne! Oh, so we got 5 +1s for each of the 3 players.
We love that.
Wayne, did you not know it's Father's Day and there's only one father in this room?
Somebody's begging.
Thank you, Dan Weirdo. We appreciate that. And believe me, it's all going to be needed. All right?
Yes, I believe using Alcott's powers to traverse this would be helpful. There are shapes in there, and we do not want to expend our strength trying to combat whatever stalks these streets, whatever abominations. I could not make them out other than their various sizes. The only thing that is important to us to complete our quest and to save Varisia lies in that tower, I believe. We must be willing to give everything to destroy it.
This makes sense, and I don't wish to walk through that city. I sense evil in the city.
You discern well. Let's see here if there's anything I can offer. Do we have any more feathers?
Yes.
How many?
5.
I would like to. The battle with the Guardian took a lot out of me.
I give him 2.
All right, I will place them against my chest and do as
Oh,
I've done
boy.
with them before to try and gain the powers that they offer.
It's 3d8, right?
3d8 each. and I am low. I'll do one at a time though.
Pat just told me to stop being greedy for extra stuff, and just realized I got fan art, so I should be just happy with that.
I mean, today is the day to be greedy.
Some very good fan art.
That is, all right. Yeah, let's show that real quick. That's worth a quick interruption here, as we're just really getting into the mix on it.
I am running out of fuel for.
It's a good thing I got that ability restore as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
We may perish, but at least
All
we're
right,
perishing
and let me
somewhere
show my
very
fans here.
beautiful.
Happy Father's Day from all those kids in the chat. I'm not crying, you're crying. I love like all the little mad chatters around his ankles.
So good.
That is so good. Pat, bravo. And a happy Father's Day to you as well. Thank you very much, my friend. That you always add some joy to our streams with your fan art.
Oh no, I didn't know if John wanted to roll the heal.
What roll? What?
So I'm using. Cade gave me 2 feathers. I'm using each one of them at a time.
No, it's just 3d8.
Okay, then I'll use these d8 over here if that's okay.
Totally.
All right.
And yes, don't get confused by the train you see on the table. This was from a family game we played last night, so all this castle stuff has nothing to do with today. Today's going to be all theater of mind, with some Tailspire, perhaps, depending on how far or where they get to.
Perfectly average, as all things should be.
I can see that.
All right, I'm very happy with that. Let us come together before we go forth.
What are you thinking?
Give me your hand. Let us come together. We are in a place of evil. We must stand with each other and invite the gods into our spirit.
How wonderful! The heroes have arrived. You now! How odd that one is the slayer of his father, and the other condemned his father to external damnation. Your virtue frightens me! Good.
Did you write that?
What?
Are you writing a book, Cade?
Huzzah, let's go!
What
You're writing a book, Cade.
Let's go.
No.
You noticed there was a sudden stoniness that came over Cade's face as he spoke, and when the message is done, Cade seems to have no recollection of what he just said.
Were you so impressed that Cade put words together that you didn't listen to what was said?
I guess.
Cade lays castigation on us, but you use
What? Hark!
you use words for which I know you don't
word?
know.
Words!
You are not a well-read man, yet you use such.
I know I'm not! What are you talking about?
Someone speaks through you.
No one speaks through me, I speak for myself!
Alcott, you heard it, did you not?
Someone took over your mouth.
Oh, crap.
Spoke for you.
All right, so again,
Well, this is not good.
in case it was not well heard by anyone in the audience, I'll repeat it. So the voice said, whoops, where did it go here? Oh, how wonderful, the heroes have arrived. Yet how odd that one is the slayer of his own father and the other condemned his father to eternal damnation. Your virtue frightens me. Good.
He's taunting us. Virtue. Keyword.
Do you not understand? Yes, the riddle.
Virtue, what is virtue?
The inverse of sin.
Oh, all right.
What a perfect question for Kate. Wait, and is no one... You have not revealed that piece of your backstory, right?
No, not to Cade.
Yeah.
Only to Alcott.
So Alcott didn't know.
Tion is the only other
Yeah,
person
yeah.
to know that, so she
Yeah.
would likely be shocked.
And Cade doesn't even know what was said, so yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I imagine Cade knows he didn't kill his own father. One of them killed their own father,
Right.
the other one...
Yeah, but
cursed
Cade
his
doesn't
father
know
for
anything
eternal
that was said, right, yeah,
Cade
yeah.
knows he didn't kill his own
Right,
father, so
right.
Tion or Markov
Well,
killed their
but
own father.
Cade wasn't even aware.
But Cade doesn't know.
Oh,
yeah,
good,
I'm sorry
yes.
if you missed it.
Yeah.
Cade,
Yeah.
Cade came out of it, had
Irony.
no recollection of what he
Okay,
said.
that is fine.
The puzzles and the games are curious, but yet someone walked into your mind. How?
My mind is a complete playfield for others. I don't know. This scares me.
Being watched in the distance. The longer we linger, The worst.
I don't know what anybody could find in my mind. Oh, look at there. I rhymed again.
I don't mean offense by this, Kate, but I hope they don't find much.
Oh, they won't.
Oh, good.
Markov is just kind of looking down at the ground, and you can see you can practically hear the of gears turning in his head as he tries to understand why Cade.
No offense again meant. Perhaps his mind was the easiest to pierce.
Perhaps.
No offense.
Perhaps it was the
No
death
offense
hex.
taken. But
From-
why?
Perhaps it was the death hex
What?
from the horde. Perhaps it is something you have.
Oh! I go in my bag. I've been suspicious about this. And I pull out the necklace. Does it do anything?
Sahedron rune.
No!
Just dangles in the clear
How long have you
white
had that?
light of the snow reflecting
I've had it
off.
for a very long time.
Perhaps we should be rid of it.
I expected more to come from it.
It is.
I feel it. Do I feel anything?
No, just it's getting chill in the air, but that's it.
Cade, you would do yourself well to rid yourself of unholy items.
Is this unholy? Arr!
It is a symbol of
Sin itself. Is it not?
And
Yeah.
sin is the opposite of virtue, correct?
As we have just discovered
Yes.
linguistically, yes.
John, do you feel like I metagame to get to that point?
A little bit, but that's okay.
Okay.
Because, well, it's okay.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
that's Markov, like, thinking through what is the difference.
Well, no, it's not even a he. I think the metagaming actually probably happened more on Cade's side because I asked right before we started who had it, which is an understand. But trust me, it's fine either way.
Okay.
Oh, that doesn't.
It's like,
that does
I
not
need, you
bode
need
well for the
everything you
future.
can get.
Well, should I keep the necklace? Would it help us?
I don't know for sure.
Or are people tracking me, entering me through this?
I can offer you no certainty. Perhaps Alcott is right and your mind is the weakest of us. I don't know. I don't have the answers.
No offense.
But I do have my own god. That doesn't mean just because my mind is the weakest that I'm not. I'm confusing myself. And
You're
so
wasting time. It is useless to keep.
it's useless to keep. Okay.
If anything.
I throw it!
Wait. If anything, we can put it in my bag, which is housed within a different dimension. It might not be able to affect us in my bag.
Might.
Might.
What if I just throw it?
Then we be rid of it. And that is just.
What would be the
fine by me.
purpose of keeping it?
That is the question. You make the choice, Kate.
I put it in your bag.
All right. And I seal
dropped
my bag up.
Okay? It's gone. The wind blows atop the mountain. The vast city of Xin-Shalast lays before your feet. Sunlight glints off the golden causeway that leads up to the stern stone face atop the high mountain.
I'll look up and around and just say, it sounds as though the wind is laughing at us somewhere out there. Just speaking into the air.
Cade, this journey has been long. We find ourselves at the literal precipice of months, for you, longer, years of work. I want you to know that no matter what happens up there, the decisions I make are in favor of the greater good.
May we come together once and for all before we go. And may we hope that we are not interrupted by such,
Death.
yes, for sin is death. I'll come together and grab hands again after the shock of Cade throwing out such prose, such bars. I believe we should all say something. I can go first if you'd like.
Why not?
So together, hands clasped, I'll cast my gaze up, practically among the heavens already. Iomade, Caden, Abadar, Sarenrae. I only know one of you intimately, but we stand here as your champions today. That thing up there, that Runelord, It is not wrong. We are non-virtuous. We are sinners. But I ask that you make us better. For we try and do good. Just as all those in Varisia try and do good. They are not lost to your love. They are not lost to this Runelord, this master of evil. Everyone deserves the chance for redemption. And I'll look at Tian and I say, I know this intimately and have been given it. You've brought us here. Perhaps that's all the aid that you can provide, but I invite you here into our soul and into our spirit to strengthen us to try and help those which we may not know that live all across this land. May Iomade be blessed. May all the gods of good be blessed.
Tian squeezes your hand and she speaks up and just says a few words.
Even as he has said, may all not be lost for the sake of love. And may love not be lost.
She goes quiet.
We must not forget those we have lost on our path here. Cade, you have lost many friends. I have lost numerous family. We are here to prevent the loss of more. We are here to save our home. All of us find our home in Varisia. This is our land.
This is?
This is part of Varisia, no matter how much we don't like that it's here. We shall reclaim this city, name it something better. We shall reclaim the land that was once held hostage by sin itself. We are here for a reason, Cade. You and me, Markov, Tian, chosen for this moment, children of this land. Each of us come from different backgrounds, vastly different to one another. And yet, a common goal we find amongst each other. Friends.
And Cade, do you have any words?
Huzzah! I take out me flask, drink a swig of rum. Cade and Clean, me one and only God. Down with sin and up with virtue. Huzzah!
And I guess if words are to be spoken, if words are to be spoken to the gods, Abadar, I know you sit on true, pure neutrality, and I know you have made a choice with the gods recently, one that I question, but your judgment is final. But this, you are making a judgment by bringing us here, and I see that. The Runelords do not seek to bring civilization forward. They seek to bring it to a halt, to grind the gears of civilization to nubs. I pray to you, aid us on this journey. Judge them for the sinners they are.
And Markov will finish it out with, so we stand in the vaulted halls beneath the gods to finish a fight that is in the hearts of every man, woman, and child across Varisia, that between sin and virtue. Not so that virtue may overcome and the balance may be undone, but that each and every one of them may have the choice to live and lead the life that they want.
Yes.
May the gods be praised.
And as we're all holding hands, Alcott will say, prepare yourselves for the fight.
All right.
Ventus
We
Ambulare.
phosphorus.
And as he says that, you see Alcott's body just slowly turns into gaseous vapors. And as it runs down his arms, it runs down Cade and Markov's arms into Tian's arms. And all of us sit in this circle made of wind and vapor itself. And you just hear kind of softly on the wind, we must move.
And you take flight. How high do you soar above the city below?
It's a good little sesh. Yeah.
I mean, I would like to follow the bridge if possible, but staying well above it.
Hello, Vancouver
Are
by
we
night.
also
I need to know how high above the bridge you're flying. The bridge itself sits in some places 40 feet, in some places 100 feet above the city.
Let's go with 500 feet.
500 feet. Okay. As you go up 500 feet again, remind me of the garments you are wearing for warmth.
Aren't we literally wind?
We are wind.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. What did you cast?
Wind walk.
Oh. So, but you're still. You are still material. You are still.
No, we turn gaseous to be able to.
Oh, you did
to be able to move.
We
okay,
have
I'm
become
sorry.
one with the wind.
I missed the spell.
It
Okay,
is
then.
as gaseous form, but you can move up to 60 miles an hour.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh my goodness.
I missed the point. Okay, so then, fantastic spell. Great spell for this use. Well done. As you fly over the tops of the city, you can see there are malformed abominations. Even from this high up, you see things which shamble and move between the walls of the city. You pass over what looks like the greatest architectural feat of the lower city, a massive dome building. Looks like the top of the dome rises more than 500 feet. So it's actually, the road rises above it. So you're now, you're over that. So if you're going to stay above that, you're going 1,000 feet over the base layer of the city. Is that what you're doing?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, so you're now 500 feet over a 500-foot tall dome, which is basically level with the road, and it's got panels on the side of crystal, and the spire comes another 200 feet in the air. It is an incredible art. No idea how such a structure could have been made or what it might have been used for. As you continue to fly, the looming face gets closer, but the distances were deceiving, as you might expect, given the height and the size of this. Even moving at the pace that you're moving, it's not getting as close as quickly as you might have thought. There's probably not much else you can do. Is there anything else that you're doing as you travel?
I'm not used to being in a gaseous form. I'll be honest. This is my first time, so I am just following him and praying that he knows what he's doing, which is there's a lot of evidence that there's a lot of evidence that's not the case.
Can we tell that we're a gaseous form? Like,
yes, you look like essentially a figure made of fog. As
you speed along the ancient city of Xin-Shalast, sweeping by beneath you, it's impossible not to feel a sense of awe at the accomplishments of the ancient Runelords and what the Thessalonians created. Their architecture standing the test of thousands of years. Many of the structures look as though they are untouched by the ravages of time. As you get closer and closer, soon you reach the base of the mountain. How long does the spell last?
13 hours.
Okay, so you reach the base of the mountain, and you can see the first of the smaller towers. To this point, you've not encountered anything, but each of you please roll D20.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, there's probably not birds, I would have to imagine, this high up, huh?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
14.
Okay.
1.
Oh.
1.
He falls out of the...
1 and 1.
Well, this is terrible. I rolled decent. I stay
No,
gaseous.
but it could have been like an intelligence check, and 1's great. It's under your intelligence.
Maybe I wanted low.
Hopefully.
Yeah, 1's not always bad in D&D. I mean, come on.
That's right. That's right. I'm trying to think of how to... No, it wasn't that kind of check.
We get blown on a southbound wind heading towards...
Okay, both Alcott and Markov seem to be so enamored and immersed with what they're seeing below. You're the only one that notices off to your left.
Me, the accidental pirate had it again.
The accidental god.
Beautiful city.
Off to your left.
It belongs in a museum.
Okay, and so here's how we'll play the one. You guys can role play this. You're just going to feel this is another one of Cade's. You're going to sort of initially dismiss.
Of course. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Cade, you see off to the left. It looks like a bird, blue in hue, but it looks like it's flying towards you, and something about the way it flies looks odd.
There's a... Wow, look at that bird. We're flying with the bird. It's a blue bird. Y'all see it?
It's not.
Arr!
It's not.
It's
It's not surprising. Oh, there's wind.
It's
not surprising there are birds in the air.
Well, it's kind of pretty. It looks like it's coming
Cade, look down here.
for
look
us.
At this.
Look at the bird.
The detail on this door.
The bird.
You need
What
to
do you
scan
mean
for threats.
bird?
The city is filled
There's
with
a
monsters.
bird. A blue bird.
There's no blue jays up this high, Cade.
It's not a blue jay. I know what a blue jay is.
I imagine there's a fair amount of time in pleading before Markov
It's a
finally
blue bird.
looks up. Likely too late for what's about to
Well,
happen.
not necessarily too late.
It's a blue bird. It looks like the K on your thing. A blue. Does it?
I didn't see what they said, but thank you for taking care of the box.
It's just lines.
They were talking
Okay.
about buying followers and stuff.
Does it look like the blue on his K?
There's a lot of blue.
No, from this distance, it looks much more organic, not glowing.
Oh. This is not. It's not a glowing K. Blue.
Should we
It's
descend?
coming towards us.
It's looking actually quite larger now, moving fast.
Hark!
Should we descend, Cade?
Descend where?
Not out of the sky.
Well,
Well, you're getting amongst the spires now, but you can see, I don't know where you're aiming for. You can see the topmost spire. It's probably still about a mile up the slope.
Yeah, I mean
This
that's what we're aiming
bird-
for.
Did
Looks-
Tion roll at all?
Oh, I didn't roll for
this
her. no.
bird looks big.
I know neither of you
Tion,
often
do you see it?
listen to him, but I don't think that's a bird.
When Tion says that, I'll finally like, all right.
All right, go ahead and do your
Oh,
monster
you
lore.
believe Tion and not me.
I'm not having
I've
a
been really
Cade
right lately.
He has been really right lately. Is
19.
19.
Yeah.
Jeff just said Cade popped the speaker.
Sorry, Jeff.
And yes, any of you bots or any of you folks that jump in, just know we don't buy followers here. Here at Blue Box, we earn our followers the old-fashioned way.
Homegrown.
We earn them. All right, so you are confident. You see a rapidly approaching blue dragon.
Oh,
Wonderful.
it's not a bird, it's a dragon.
Wonderful. Great. How close do we seem to be to the area?
Oh,
to the
wait,
tower?
we're smoky, we're foggy, we're gaseous.
We're not invisible.
Oh,
And we might be swallowed. Who knows?
All right, so make a wisdom check.
Yeah,
Just
okay.
Roll beneath your wisdom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. It looks to you at the speed that you're moving. And the rate that it's closing on you. It's likely you're going to get there to that area first, but not certain.
Not certain.
But the longer you delay, the
Yeah,
less
no.
likely.
We're moving.
We're still moving.
Everyone scatter. We might be able to beat it, but we shouldn't be one target.
oh, we can fly by ourselves.
Yes.
Not in a group.
Yes.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. I take out my sword.
No, don't fight it.
Oh, don't
get
fight it.
like scatter. Get to the peak. We might be able to beat it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I scatter as upward as I can. I want to get amongst a cloud if there are any up here.
No, it's like they're like little wisps that are going across. You know, actually, you're about parallel with them now.
Okay, great.
The peak of the mountain is above.
And I will dash between them as I move, trying to stay as hidden as possible.
Okay.
I'll go to the down and right a bit, in this while staying.
I bet I could beat it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I don't know.
I'm
I
no
can
longer.
kill anything.
You're
Cade.
screaming into the wind right now.
Yeah.
I'm not near you.
As I move away from you, I say, Cade, your weapons are useless. You're made of gas. Just move.
I'm not sure how to move faster. And you can imagine arms going like bird wings, but not doing it.
We're made of gas. Move fast. And
All right. Cade, Chaosic just gave you 5 more plus 1.
Whoa,
He
huzzah.
said you're super fun today. All right.
I'm going to...
Could you do me a favor, Markov?
Yeah.
Could you grab that little guy right there off the
Yeah,
shelf for me?
absolutely. Let me just put this down for a
And
minute.
watch your mic. Be careful with that.
Oh yeah, good catch. This guy?
No. To your right.
Oh, the bigger one.
The blue
Oh
one.
no,
Yes.
not the blue
Oh,
I
he's
was.
like translucent.
Oh
That's cool.
man, he's big. Is he that much bigger than us?
No, he's bigger than this, much bigger than you.
Well, he could
Oh,
be a
dear God.
cobalt dragon, which is kind of like a metal, which could be good.
Good.
That could be a very helpful dragon.
How?
Not actually saying.
Oh.
I'm joking. And you can't hear me. Again, I went away.
All right, so you all kind of scatter and move toward the top of the mountain.
Yeah, I can't cast any spells while
All
I'm
right.
in this form, so I can't speed us up.
All right, as you run, let's do consecutive initiative checks. Check 1. No, we'll do these as a group. You're all sort of parallel. I have it at a 5. The dragon gets closer to you. It picks up speed.
4.
You have it. You maintain enough distance.
Go.
You're speeding up the mountain. Snow and structures speeding past your eyes in a blur. Your gaseous heart's beating with panic.
Yeah.
What was that last one?
Gaseous.
Okay,
heart.
roll again.
Come on.
Come on.
No. Why do you roll
Dude,
like that?
are we looking for something to hide?
A 4.
Roll again.
Okay.
A 4?
You have it. I have a 3.
Can you throw that dice away?
As you reach, you're almost to the topmost spire.
Yeah.
And then suddenly, the dragon right behind you, you see the dragon. It lets out a cry of frustration.
Huzzah!
As it does, it pulls back though. It stops. And you feel like you hit a solid wall. Suddenly, you are no longer gaseous. And you are falling from 1,000-foot
Why
height.
are we gaseous?
Solid
What happened?
form.
13 hours.
You felt it immediately
It's a dispelling effect.
vanish.
We vanished.
And you feel a familiar sense. You know instinctively you have reached an area where teleportation, dimension dooring will not work.
But magic still works, right?
You don't know. You try.
I whip my cape and I try and cast Featherfall on none of us. On all of
Oh yeah,
us
I can
from the
fly.
cape.
I can
Okay.
fly.
All
I
right.
can fly.
3 of us can't. Innately.
I can fly.
Good for you.
I'm gonna have you make a concentration check. You were disoriented. Now you're suddenly kind of spinning end over end. You're trying to cast a spell as you're plummeting down at a rapid pace. Roughly, we'd have to do the count. Whoops, sorry, didn't want to do that. No, okay.
a good way to
And as your feet go head over, you see sky, then you see snow, then you see sky, then you see snow.
What is concentration?
So you
fortitude?
got to roll beneath your intelligence.
Oh yes.
So
I definitely-
unless you roll a one, and I can give you penalties depending on what's going on. But what'd you roll?
I rolled a 5 on my.
Oh, you're fine.
dice.
You're
I
fine.
used it.
Okay. All of you start floating. You see the dragon, frustrated, just stares at you malevolently, but clearly it knows better than to go where you have gone. And it just kind of hovers outside the area. It lets out a roar of frustration.
Yeah, beat that, dragon.
I'll also just sort of be like, ha!
I am. This is foreboding.
Yes.
We are where. I meant this.
What? We didn't scare the dragon.
This was a gargantuan.
We didn't scare the
This
dragon.
was a gargantuan dragon, right?
Cade, can you fly to the top of the tower?
It looks bigger than Archrist.
Oh yeah, this is so old. We are where dragons don't even tread, y'all.
Then why are we here?
I almost got to use him.
I'll pull out the shield as I fall, just like very naively thinking maybe this will help, cushion my fall as I.
Are you
slowly
falling
descend.
with us, or do you want to check out the tower as you fly?
Well, if the dragon goes away, I'll check. Do I know what I'm checking out?
I mean, we think we need to get to the top of this tower.
Oh, and if I check it on my own, and then you're just
I mean, yeah.
leading me to my death?
Yeah, probably. I'm not saying that though. I'm just gliding down. We're not at the peak, right? We're slow.
No, you're very close to the peak, though. Yeah, you were kind of up above it, so now.
so we-
yeah, because I said it was a mile away as you were going, so now you'd say it's probably about a half a mile, not to the face, but to the final tower.
Okay. Oh man.
Oh, so we're not at the tower. I apologize.
I'm imagining that because if we're going 60 miles per hour, that was probably the longest minute in our lives.
It was. You were moving with speed, and it was
Markov's
still
mic
catching
is
up.
off.
Oh yeah, it is. Wow. Great.
It was on the table.
Really excited.
Yeah, I got so excited. So it doesn't look like we'll be able to glide to where we need to go with the feather fall.
Yeah, I imagine momentum is still keeping us forward, but we're not going to make it all the way there.
Well, no, as I said, like when you hit it, it was almost like you hit a wall.
Oh, we stopped.
Like momentum stopped, you became material and started falling like a rock.
Understood.
And do I get the feeling that we can't turn back to vapor? We're no longer affected by that spell. It was dispelled.
I mean,
Yeah,
you don't sense any residue of the spell remaining.
I'll try and glide closer into the tower, but I might not have any momentum to really glide anywhere.
I mean, I guess you could try to use your shield, but again, the air here is so
paraglider.
thin.
Yeah,
there's
not really-
there's very little resistance.
just
Yeah, keep your hat on.
yeah.
Soon, you all land softly in the snow. Tien, Tien.
Yeah.
Oh, my. That was exhilarating.
Yes. 2 dragons in less than an hour.
And yet they do not go where we go. They may be much smarter than us.
More cowardice.
I don't know what kind of pact he might have made with the dragon, whoever inhabits this tower.
I'm not able to teleport around. We are not safe while we are in.
No.
From
Then
exit.
why are we here?
Where we've landed, are we at the base of this tower? Is there any clear entrance?
I said you're about
A half mile.
about a half mile from the base of the tower.
Okay.
But before you do anything else, as soon as you land, you notice you have a feeling of vertigo and nausea. I need each of you to make 2 separate saving throws. Both are a DC 20. I need a fortitude and a will save.
That's good. All right. Fortune first. Oh, what was out there? Oh no. And then a
Ooh,
will.
17.
Okay, good.
That was total, or that was?
Oh, do I do the +5? 22?
Yep. Okay. Right. So 22 on your fortitude. All right, and now your will.
Ooh, Duchess.
You don't have a very good will.
10 total.
Okay, hang on. So
Oh no. Stupid dice only
It's
roll good
probably
one time.
fine. It's probably like one of those saving checks that we want to fail, right?
Yes.
Cade.
it was- What?
as you land, you feel this sense of vertigo, but then suddenly you see Cade's eyes, and well, both of you. What were your, did you make both your saves?
Failed the fort, succeeded on the will.
Same thing.
Okay, so you each experience different things. For the 2 of you, you feel a blinding pain in your skull. Each of you take... I'll just do the same for both of you to save die time.
He's rolling more.
Each of you take 24 hit points of damage as a blinding pain sears through your brain.
been subtracting.
You briefly see an image of the Sihedron rune, and then something that looks like a face, and the face has gems embedded in the skull. You, Cade, do not see this. You see Cade as you open your eyes, blinded with pain. You see Cade arches back, his face in rictus form, his eyes roll back in his head, and Cade, you see in your mind what could only be described as an alien world. You stand upon a sea of bright green foam as lightning that's orange arcs through the sky. Strange creatures billow on wings of diaphanous lace, and teeth jagged as daggers fall from the sky like rain. You smell sulfurous, noxious fumes, and then suddenly, Cade is released. But these echoes in your mind, you were at a place of pure evil, and you have seen something no human eyes should see. You have a minus.
Oh no! What?
I mean, there was going to be some sort of effect.
You
Mind like
lose.
fortresses
You
for us.
lose 4 points of wisdom.
Like he
Wisdom?
Like he needed to lose more wisdom.
Yeah. So
What
you're.
the heck?
It's a wisdom drain, 1d4 points of wisdom.
I wouldn't put it as a base. I would go custom temporary modifier.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's probably permanent. This is mean.
Mean and nasty, and yeah. So.
Well, I'm not very wise.
So it does less.
But we see him come out of it.
Yeah. What was your wisdom before, Kate?
8.
So it's a 4 now.
That's like the id has completely taken over. I imagine.
Yeah, Cade just does.
Or no, the ego. That's that what it is? The ego's the one that's
I'm
just
not
like
sure.
just what they want.
Yeah, just give me what I want. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you good, Cade?
I don't know what I just saw, but if it's in there or wherever, I don't think we should be a part of it.
Yeah. I agree.
Well,
That's why we need.
I need rum, and I drink some rum.
Do you drink like
That always helps with your wisdom.
You probably take too long of a swig, or one longer than you've probably usually
Yes,
taken.
I take 2 long swigs of rum.
The heavenly rum. Even your gullet burns a bit with that much rum consumed.
Huzzah!
The chill.
Praise be Caden Killian.
The chill is no longer felt.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, that's right, Pat. Cade is pretty much purely impulse-driven now. It's not a great departure, but it's a.
Markov, do you have any protections you can grant us?
I can do my best. The evil here seems potent as I look up at the giant face staring down at us that seems to mimic what we saw in our mind, right?
Right.
It's almost like a spitting image.
Does it
wait,
look
wait.
like anything I've seen?
The face
On the
on the mountain.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't look
Does
like
it look
the
like
mountain
anything
does
I
not
saw?
look the same.
Okay.
And I'll let you go ahead and make. No, it doesn't look like anything you saw in that vision that you just had. I'll let you also make a knowledge geography check.
Yeah, okay.
Could I perhaps also, because I saw that face too?
You already made your check.
Geography?
I had you make that earlier. Remember, I asked you to give me when you first got here. I said make a knowledge geography check.
22.
Yeah, and you rolled a 24, I think.
Yeah.
Yep. Nope.
Yeah.
What's around us?
Snow, the towers beneath, and the main tower up above.
So what's the plan?
I imagine you look completely lost. like you don't know where you are.
Where are we going? What are we doing? What is the plan?
Calm down.
No! You don't know what I saw in my head, and now there's like teeth everywhere and diaphanous lace or whatever he said, and
I'm gonna turn
said?
up the air.
and teeth falling.
Who?
Just had to use the word.
No, Kate has gotten meta knowledge from their glimpse into evil.
His vocabulary has increased by 2 sizes this day.
Daphne Lace.
Please, come closer. I don't want us to be victims of more of these entrances to our mind. I can offer some protection. That's the best I
I do
can
not think we are prepared for whatever we are about to face.
No.
We likely are not, but we are.
I don't want to die. I want to be on my ship.
We are.
Well, how do I get to my ship?
And then you will be hunted down and killed by whatever is here.
I am so sick of dying.
I agree.
We are the best that this continent has.
Wow.
We must press on.
I am not very hopeful at this point.
I'm going to bust out my implements. Not long at all, but
Maybe
I'll cast a single one as we approach, though, in case we get any messed with at all. Yeah, it ain't much. It's 3 minutes.
3 minutes? It's a minute per your level.
Are you guys moving, or are you just standing there?
I am casting a spell on
Okay.
them. Sorry, an orison, a boon. It is
magic.
protection from evil communal. It's split, so I have the total duration to split.
Oh, divide by 4.
Yes. So it's protection from evil communal. Everyone gets 3 minutes as we approach. It ain't much, but it's honest work. So
3.25 minutes, really.
yeah, if you think about it. And I'm gonna say we should continue onward.
Yes. Forward. No
Okay.
reason to halt.
Steal yourself.
Steal
Okay.
myself. Steal myself. Steal myself. I don't know. We got to go somewhere.
Just hug some gold or something.
Okay.
All right, you begin
Maybe don't hug some gold, actually.
making your way up the snowy mountains. The air here so thin. Each of you make a Constitution check, please.
I love those.
So lower than our con?
Uh-huh.
Yes. Ooh.
I'm extremely constitute.
12?
Constant what?
I failed it.
Your breath
I passed.
fogs and then crystallizes, little shards of snow falling to the ground with each breath. Your lungs burn with the cold. You each made your save?
I made mine. He did
failed.
not.
You failed?
Did you?
All right.
What was I rolling?
Under your con?
What'd you get?
Oh, yay!
Low rolls, right?
Alcott, you suffer.
However, no, I won't do that.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can. You can do whatever you want.
The spell that I want to cast does not last as long as I want it to last.
Okay.
So I'm not going to waste.
You take 6 points of cold damage, burns your lungs. You're feeling your fingertips start to grow numb.
Kate, how many feathers do you have left?
3.
I'll use one of mine, and I'll press a feather to my chest and.
Okay, go ahead. Roll
heal
3d8.
myself.
Tien made her save.
Good. She's a strong woman.
Thank you. Welcome, Phantom SG-13, to the Mad Chattery.
I imagine you're like almost stumbling. I'm gonna come over and bring one of my arms out of my coat and throw it over. Not taking it off me. I want that to be clear. Offering him some level of protection.
I mean, body heat is the best way to stay.
And shouldering him along, trying to get him through every step.
We'll be fine.
Warm your heart with that which you know which protects you.
Thought so. Yeah, it is. That's what you're talking about.
Yes.
All right. Sure.
She's still here.
Yes. And that's exactly what Alcott will do. He's going to close his eyes and be guided by Markov while he thinks of better times that aren't here.
Okay.
What do we want?
You make your way through the snow. After walking for just over a minute, make those same 2 saves for me again. You feel another wave. I need a fortitude and a will save, DC 20.
So I
Fortitude.
think. So
a fortitude and a will. You need both.
So
Just like last time.
you said just after a minute, the protection from evil will give advantage on the will save.
Okay. Yep.
Not,
yes, it will.
I don't think it helps on fortitude.
Yes. Okay. So you have a +1 on the will save.
I'm gonna have to use one of my.
Plus ones, or you can use 5 to use an
I'm gonna have
advantage.
to use a 5. I
Oh
think.
no! Did my will went down with my
It's
wisdom
only
went down.
getting worse.
Yes.
But you get to roll twice. That's the only benefit I can offer.
Why does she get to roll twice?
Because the advantage.
Oh, wait.
The will save.
That's what protection from evil does.
It gives you advantage on will saving throws. When you are.
Well, that wouldn't be a 3.5 roll because you didn't have advantage in 3.5.
I passed my-
so you-
whatever
let me find what it is.
Was the first
It's a
one
it gives you a +1.
Roll again, I think is what it
Does
says.
it?
fortitude?
I'll check.
Yeah.
I
What's that?
passed my fortitude.
Okay, good. You pass your fortitude.
I also passed my fortitude.
All right, good.
I did not pass my wisdom.
Fortitude.
I don't think.
By how much?
Good. All right. Fortitude's good.
12 plus 3 is 15. What do I need?
You needed 20, I think.
Oh.
Well, actually, for you, you're already affected by the will piece, so you're not going to take another wisdom drop.
I passed the will as well.
Okay.
The subject immediately receives another saving throw against spells or effects that exercise mental control. So maybe that isn't this. And it's at a +2 morale bonus.
Oh, that's the what? So the +2.
+2, yeah.
Well, and a second saving. You immediately receives a second saving
Mind
throw.
affecting stuff.
Yeah. So I don't know if this qualifies.
Yeah, not mind effect.
Okay. Okay. Good. I succeeded.
You sit on both? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You continue to walk. So I said a half mile. You're moving through the snow. It's probably going to take you through the snow half mile. Let's call it. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt moving quickly. Let's call it 4 minutes. That'd be a really
That's a
good
breakneck pace.
Yeah, I mean, because that'd be like running an 8-minute mile.
Yeah, I mean, if
but you're
we're-
in snow and
At
you're
the same time,
hastening.
if this is happening, I'm moving as quickly as
Yeah.
possible, if not jogging.
All right. So the first roll you made, you were stationary. You hadn't left.
Do we feel an assault on us when we're?
It's not necessarily an assault on you. It's like a pulse or a wave that just flows. Like it's like you're in some sort of occlusion field.
Okay, then I'll bring it up when that pulse or wave comes over another time and say, Alcott, do you have anything to make us go faster?
Faster, yes. It won't last very long.
We're sitting ducks out here.
Velox, and I'm gonna bite down onto some licorice and cast haste. We need to move. And we're now moving at double our speed.
All right, so then I'm gonna cut that. It was a really powerful haste. I'm going to cut that 4 down to 3 because you've already done 1. So you only need, instead of making 3 more, you need to make those checks 2 more times.
Okay.
You start moving quickly through the snow. You're actually warmed a bit by the haste as well. So
Good. Fortitude's
okay,
good.
roll again.
It's a nat 1.
I know, roll again to see if it's a.
You said DC 20?
3.
Oh my goodness! All right, you don't have to roll the will. What?
DC 20? You
Yeah,
said?
yeah.
Okay. We're good on the second?
Pass.
On both.
Okay.
Fortitude? Ooh.
Pass.
Okay, and then did you roll both times?
I did. Oh,
Okay.
sorry. I need to roll
Yeah.
the other 2.
I failed one more fortitude.
Okay.
Nope.
You failed another fortitude.
Just one more.
Okay.
I failed another fortitude as well.
Okay. All right. You guys do it together. I like that.
We're in this together.
I mean, we got the cape going around us, right?
6. Hang on. 6.
Ah!
Ooh! Ow!
My mind.
Oof.
Oh! Ow!
Stop.
You each take 33 hit points of damage.
Oh my.
Cade, you fumbled
Yep, I
on
grabbed-
your
I grabbed a
save,
feather.
so you're going to take double that. You take 66 points of damage. You feel this blinding pain, and your head just sort of rocks back. You feel dizzy. You're still trying to move as hastily as you can. Eventually, so again, here on the map, this is the topmost tower. You now make your way to the base of the topmost tower,
need a
and you see a
healing.
huge open stone archway.
Use a feather.
What do you do? Are you guys going to stand here, or
No,
are you going
I'm
to go
getting
in?
in.
No, we're
I'm getting
going.
in.
I mean, I will
Oh.
detect magic to look for traps, runes, anything. But you know, I'm not going to wait out here longer than.
I'll make sure we don't step on a plate.
And you can go in first because you're not affected by.
I'm not,
by
no.
things that might.
that allow anything through.
Yeah.
If it does,
You don't detect any magic, and as you approach this tallest tower, you step through and immediately feel as though you've stepped back thousands of years in time. The air in here is cool, but it's the cool of a nice spring evening. It feels nothing like the bone chill outside. Somehow, even after all these thousands of years, there's some form of control of the climate in here. But this chill, everything is clean. You see no dust. You see marble floors, incredible architecture that looks more like it was woven and spun than it was forged or cast. And the halls are empty.
I'll go to each of them because I imagine we basically throw ourselves on the floor as we enter from these
You
wicked
skate, yeah,
pulses.
that's probably a good. You
Yeah.
kind of slide on the floor, breathing heavily.
I'll go over to each of them and put a hand on the shoulder and cast Virtue, which is a single temporary hit point.
Hey, I'll take it.
All right,
Congratulations.
Each
it's temporary.
Alcott and Cade both got one more +1 from Chaosic. Thank you, Chaosic.
I'm
Huzzah.
doing what I can. We're all.
Well,
Oh,
I don't know what hit me out
lasts a
there,
single
but
minute.
I think I need a feather. So I
Yeah,
take a
there you go.
feather,
You can
press
do
it
one.
to my chest.
All right.
Like the little
Irda still healing.
Oh my gosh!
What do you? No, you roll 3d8.
3d8.
Oh, 3d8. Oh, well, that's a lot better.
But we do want to blow out those mics regardless.
Yeah, please.
That's the important thing.
Do you have any feathers left, or did you use all of yours? I think
I
there's
used
one
all.
more.
No, I used all. Oh wait, no, I did have one more just on me.
Tion also has one. I am
on.
going to use ones that I only have one left.
Oh my gosh, I rolled another 1. That's better. 8,
8,
16.
13, 15. That's all I got. That's all Irda gave.
All right, I'm gonna press another feather. Ugh.
I call
leaves
out
you
to
with one
Irda
left, right?
again. Perhaps you can aid us through the
7.
aether.
Ooh, 14. Oh,
Let's go.
22.
And here we die.
Nice.
All right, one more feather. The last
Wait, you're
feather.
gonna use your last one.
No? Well, should I not?
It could potentially aid you in healing someone when that down.
Okay,
The light in here is a little bit
I'll
dimmer than the
keep
outside.
one last feather.
I'll cast my glance up. What do we see as I look up, or what do I see as I look
Do I
up?
have any healing thing?
You see an elaborately carved ceiling with bas relief and various insets of mosaic and tile work, dizzying to the eye. And you see vast rooms open and a huge spiral staircase that leads up.
I totally forgot I have a ring of cold resistance on.
I don't think that was cold.
Any of that damage cold resistance?
All right, so the cold resistance gives you
Plus
a
10.
plus 10, right? So then for each time that I gave you damage, remove 10 from that damage.
So that was
you took it twice.
I took it twice, and
We'll
then
just
you
add-
also dealt
Okay.
a small amount of cold damage when I at
Failed
one
the
point it was only
Constitution.
6, so I get
So
26,
take 26
HP
back, yeah.
Okay. God, need to remember my magic items.
I'm a cool guy, so does that help at all? Okay. So yeah, you said there's a spiral staircase. Is that what you're saying?
Oh!
And
Hold on, I have Cure Light Wounds.
Yes, you can heal, which is only a single D8 plus your spellcaster level, which is 2.
Well,
Might be worth it to wait.
as you're having this conversation,
Yeah.
you see the air in front of you begins to shimmer.
Detect magic being still up.
Yeah, you definitely feel magic.
Does it feel like an illusion?
I don't know what an illusion would feel like. You sense magic.
Well, I can detect schools of magic. Do I sense- or is something apparating in front of us as a conjuration?
Again, you feel it is definitely something which is not a material manifestation, but as with all things Thessalonian, the weaves are slightly different, the spells are slightly different. Until you've seen them in person, it's tough to identify exactly what they are, but probably something along those lines.
I'm gonna do what I think is best, which is pull up the crossbow with the scope on it, the telescope,
True
which
sight.
is True Sight. It's the same one with the K on it. So I don't know if it's so bright that it blows up at this point, it's being in the tower. But trying to see what this is, whatever the shimmer is.
As you hover over, the image becomes, instead of this fuzzy shimmering, it becomes crystal clear, snaps into view, and you see time for break.
Okay.
All
good.
right,
Need to go
so
to bathroom.
thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for all the followers. We're going to take our break, our one and only break, and yes,
Actually,
it
I
is
wanna get
about
up
to get
on the
real. So,
we're
as
about
we go to break, I want to say thank you again to each of you. Thanks for all the gifts, the subs, the bits. All those bits are going to be put to use here after the break. I promise you that. And as we now come down the home stretch of this 2-year campaign, Runelords, I want to say thank you to all of our viewers. And I'll talk about our giveaway coming up after the break. And Blue Box will be right back.
We fought a white dragon, and I had a ring of cold resistance. How stupid can I be?
Oh, Pat draws Markov full restore.
Needed.
Okay.
Pat, you've always been my favorite chatter. You know this. And this is just an expression of the friendship that we share, the bond, and being able to play Thomas's role play together. I'm just so thankful. And to all the mad chatters that want to be close friends like me and Pat, you now know the cost. So
Stop that. This is Blue Box, and I do not endorse that message. Hey, thank you so much, Sam. We appreciate that. We'll leave the mics hot. The break will be short.
goodness, we're about to die. John, you gave us some fair warnings at the beginning. Not warnings, but some expressions of pain, remorse for what you're about to do with us. Just to get here. I'm already experiencing. This is not a place where anybody's supposed to get to.
It's no, you guys have done something, but yeah, it's whoo-wee.
Yeah.
All right, Mad Chatters, just you and your hopefully favorite DM here. I'm actually prepping a couple things real quick. Got an image I want to pull up here while they're out of the room. So if you guys have any questions you want to ask, pop them in the chat, and I'll be happy to answer them as I get a couple things ready here. It's just us and God. That's funny, Sam. Okay. Thank you for asking, Chaosic. The sword wound is all healed up. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, I'm going to have a nice little scar there, and there's still just a touch of itchiness as it's healing. Why is Chuck so bad at killing characters? Got any recommendations to help him up his game? I don't know. I've only played one game with Chuck. And I think it's just, it's all about the economy of your game. My game is designed to be very dangerous, but also very rewarding. So the players, you all have seen some of my best, bad guys get killed pretty quickly in fights because the sword cuts both ways. The rule set, the unforgiving nature of how we do things, the crit tables, they all lend themselves to what I think is a more deadly form of combat. Now, I will note, there have been deaths in the Runelord campaigns, but as this group of PCs has leveled up, Cade, Alcott, and Markov have not died in this campaign, and they have faced some extremely difficult creatures. Now, of course, last week, Alcott got knocked down to 1 hit point by Archrist, 1 hit point from death. He was at negative, I forget, because I think he has a con bonus of 2 or something, so he was like 1 hit point from permadeath. And the beauty, at least to me, of the way that I like to play the game, I had no idea, because you've heard me say this before, I don't track my player hit points. And so when that dragon blew the frost, the breath weapon of frost and ice upon him, and then slammed into his body, pile drove him into the snow, and I gave him the damage. I watched his face blanch. I watched his fingers furiously calculate, and then I watched this disbelieving sigh of relief. He was 1 hit point away from permadeath, and I had no idea. So that's really fun for a DM, and obviously relieving, because I really didn't want to see Alcott die. But I don't architect those outcomes. I let them happen as they happen, which to me is part of the fun of the game. So, every DM has their own style. Your character got a permadeath. Yes, I saw that, Pat. That was a fun write-up, by the way. I meant to comment in the chat. Yeah, Chuck prefers to terrorize the characters as opposed to killing them. Well, I don't think it has to be either or. Honestly, I think you could do both, Robert. The best part is to terrorize them, then kill the PC. But
it's hilarious. Avonlee's up there just spewing how little we're going to survive.
Deaths, glorious deaths, crush the PCs, see them driven
DM
before you,
rhetoric.
and hear the lamentations of their players. Yes, sir, well said.
Ooh, pirate snacks.
Your daughter was trying to intimidate us the whole time.
Can I have that?
Trying?
Can I have that flask? I'm gonna use that as a giveaway today. Okay.
I don't have any more.
Can you make another? It's like for what else can I give away that would be like for?
We don't bring in another, Chris. That's the secret. If we die, the campaign ends.
Yes, well, that's not much of a threat to your DM since it ends this week or next week either way, right? So.
Mm-hmm. Your daughter was trying to intimidate us up there. I don't know if you've worked a deal with her to try and spook us more than it's worth.
No, she just kept asking me. She's, okay. Here we go. We're going to come back. 3, 2, and 1. And welcome back. Hey, I will be heard. Good to see you. I think it's been a minute since I saw you in chat, my friend. Good to see you. If you've been lurking, my bad. I didn't mean anything by it, but great to see you. Thank you, everyone, for who's with us today. As we get ready to resume the next hour and a half or 2, just depends on what we have to go on the show today. The party has finally, after 92 sessions, reached sort of ground zero for the activities that have been happening. The harvesting of souls being focused into a rune well for the purpose of allowing one of the ancient Thessalonian Runelords to make his return to Golarion after thousands of years of self-imposed banishment. Today, our giveaway is going to be one of these gorgeous blue box dice tubes. These things are wood, they're capped, and they are made by Ferox Fabrication, and it's got this really nice seal on the top. I believe I've only given away one of these before, so you could be one of 2 people in the world to have one of these Ferox Fabrications dice tubes, and depending on how we go on the back half of the stream, we might even have another giveaway. Yes, I think it's pretty cool. Thank you very much, guys. And with that said, we resume.
Dun dun dun.
Oh no, the shimmering. It's an ad break.
You are in the tower. Now the tower atop the mountain that looms over Xin-Shalast, and you gasp, and your eyes are locked for a moment. You can't pull the looking glass away from your eye. It seems as though in and of itself it's being drawn, and you can feel a string, as it were, that goes from your brain to the apparition before you. For the other 3 of you, Tien, Cade, and Alcott, you see a head which looks quite detailed, as though it's physically there, and a body which looks more translucent and ephemeral. The head looks like this. A stern, cruel-looking face. Multicolored stones embedded in the skin. Twin dark braids that curl around the shoulders. That got really loud, sorry guys. Curl around the shoulders. And lips that look cracked with age. Not undead, certainly, but ancient. Ancient beyond all reckoning of ancient. As one lip curls, you hear the same voice that emanated from Cade's mouth say, "Ah, the fools have found me, you mewling pissants. You are well beneath a sub-form of life. You are more persistent, though, than the worms I thought you to be. More like maggots that wriggle and crawl toward their flesh that they seek to consume. But worms nonetheless. But what you know is very little. What you do not know is very much. What awaits you at the goal you seek is simply your death. And I am that death." You see the ethereal-looking hand move, and hang on here.
Do we all hear that?
Yeah, everybody hears that, but Markov seems transfixed, and
If this guy's gonna cast any sort of spell,
uh-huh.
I'm gonna try and stop him from doing it.
I'm sure that will go fantastic.
Okay. So first, go ahead and roll to identify the spell. So your spellcraft.
My spellcraft is very good. A 38.
Okay. You are confident that there is a disintegration spell coming through.
Cool.
Disintegration.
I will cast Disintegrate
Okay, so you're going to counterspell
with my own
with your own disintegrate, and I was making sure I have this because I double checked all of this aforehand.
Which, if we're in combat, takes my action for the turn, I believe, but...
Yeah.
Well, he might have prepared a second disintegrate to counterspell your counterspell.
No, it doesn't quite work that way.
No, that would be...
Your disintegration.
All right,
With
so
stuff.
you have to roll, and it's going to be DC 10 plus the spell's level. So
I do have to roll?
Yep. Oh wait, actually, I'm looking at
Yeah.
5. Let me go to 3.5. Sorry.
When you cast the same spell, I believe there is no roll. It just
hang on here.
Midair.
But this is Thessalonian magic.
Each. I'm not gonna go that fancy
How
with
are
it.
we gonna defeat this?
We'll figure it out.
We don't need to. We
were
need
explicitly told we
the
didn't need
lens.
to.
Okay.
Think of the riddle.
Where is the lens?
Probably the top, but it says within.
And so you're using so
it's in its head.
you're not using you're using counterspell mastery.
It could.
No, I'm simply using counterspell the way it worked, the base way, which is to cast the exact same spell in preparation for.
Okay, but we talked about this before, so remind me why you don't have to make a melee touch attack to do that, because that's the way the spell is written.
You're looking at a specific spell called counterspell,
Right.
which is I believe,
I see. Right.
Pathfinder
This is
thing.
exactly what we did before,
Yeah.
right? So it's counterspell Pathfinder
yeah.
feat. Yeah, it's a feat. Okay.
Well, there is a feat that does it. That means to where I don't have to use the same spell. I can use a spell of a single level higher, but the same school.
Right. Correct. I know that one. So you're using then. What,
Give me
is it a
one
feat? Is
second.
it a what is it? Sorry, viewers. We'll get this sorted out.
Alrighty.
This is the 4D chess that wizards play.
Yep.
Their mind moves at a much higher speed. So to us, we are snails.
Can I charm him?
Try.
So, if the target of your
Going to
counterspell
befuddle
tries
his
to
mind.
cast a spell, make a spellcraft check, which you had me do as a
Right.
free action. If you succeed, you correctly identify the opponent's spell and can attempt to counter it. To complete the action, you must then cast an appropriate spell. As a general rule, a spell can only counter itself. If you are able to cast the same spell and you have it prepared, you can cast it. Both spells automatically negate each other with no other results. But there are different examples, whereas haste counters slow, slow counters
Right.
haste. But that is how regular counterspelling that any magic user can do works.
Okay.
I have advanced abilities, and dispel magic also works as a counterspell that is... But you have to roll for it. That might be what you're thinking.
Okay.
If I use dispel magic to do so.
Well, no, yeah, and I was looking at the 5e feat for a second there too. So okay,
Yes.
good. All right. As that happens, you see these two streams of green magic. They strike each other. There's a chuckle that emanates. You feel the transfixion break, but you hear a voice in your head. You have what belongs to me, boy. And then the image is gone.
Maybe we already have the lens.
Was he trying to destroy the lens?
Well, you didn't get any sense of that.
No, not at all.
Could
You
I
don't know
possibly
which.
seen what he was aiming at least? A person,
Oh,
right?
no, he was aiming at you.
At me. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gone now?
Yep.
Oh, I don't get to
Christ.
befuddle his
But
mind.
in my mind, he said, "I have what is his." He's gone though, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, that's good. Maybe he won't come back. I pull the scope that was glued to my face down. Do I see the K is just again?
It's in here. You can actually feel it buzzing with a resonance.
Look around, see if you can see more.
And when you looked through, so all they saw was this sort of outline. You saw the full form. Mm-hmm. This is what you saw.
Don't like him.
Oh, that's a cool guy.
You guys didn't see this.
No.
Only only Markov saw this.
The lens. He could have been referring to that. He spoke directly to me.
Who?
Him.
Kozog.
What'd he look like?
Well, we could see his face.
Oh, we could?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember the statue at the base of the mountain?
I saw him
Yes.
for what he
The man covered in
is.
gems. Greed himself.
I saw him for what he is. He had a staff that was bladed, perhaps a focusing implement, and a book of spells.
Well, if he's as magical as that, I need to protect myself. And Alcott will take out the mirror that he normally uses for scrying, and will say Arcanum Conversus as he holds it in his hand and waves it over in front of himself, casting spell turning on himself,
Okay.
which can potentially turn up to 10 levels worth
I
of
know.
spells.
Yep. I know exactly what that is.
I'm gonna roll my d4 to see how many levels.
That's not foreboding at all.
Yeah, because he's probably looked. I can turn up to 9 levels worth of spells.
Right.
The lens. I don't know what it could be. I'm just looking at the telescope in my hand.
But look in it. What can you see anything else in the room?
When I looked through it, the room didn't look any different. It was just that particular outline that was fixed, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
There's nothing wrong with the room, Cade. Something out of hidden.
We must be cautious, but we need to move.
If he does live here, or if this is where he considers home, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised that he made a seeing glass for which to see the world beyond his tower. It's clever. Perhaps it has more use at the peak. Perhaps it's empowered by the tower.
Bars.
Empowered by the tower.
The only caution I will state is we were told explicitly by the quill to destroy it. At least his lens. And if he's saying you have something of his, are we sure that telescope is his? Is there anything else you have?
Not of his. No. Nothing that I have.
The K must be significant. It has to be his. Should we just destroy it?
We could, but what if you made use of this logic when we were at the Horde? What if it's something that could be useful?
Useful here. Then up we go. We must hurry.
If I fall in battle, you will destroy it.
Without a
Up with
doubt.
virtue, down with sin.
Agreed. Up with us.
And a temporary hit
Down
point
with
to
him.
you that lasts a minute.
As you cast virtue.
Yeah. That will be of no use. All right. Yeah, I guess we have to go up.
Up we go. Hi ho, hi ho.
He's waiting there. It's possible the lens could be this. It's possible it could be the central gemstone on his head. It could be a large lighthouse-like lens on the top of the tower. I don't know.
You ascend level after level, spiraling up and up. You pass countless empty rooms. You see gilded mirrors of precious metals beyond all reckoning of value. And again, here everything seems preserved, as though time simply stopped in this place. As you move higher and higher among the tower, this is probably our last chance until the very end of the stream to ask you one question. If you're watching today and you haven't followed, or if you're a follower who has not subbed, or you're a sub whose sub has expired, we have one question for you today. What are you doing? Come on, give us a follow, give us a sub. Thank you again for all the support. And now,
Pause. Because I know he's a caster now. I want to be as prepared going into a fight with a caster as I can be.
you knew that for a long time.
No, but I know what kind of caster. High enough level to
Right.
really throw some stuff at me. So I am going to say, I didn't even spell the word right in my Latin translator, Arcanum Conspectu, as I cast Greater Arcane Sight on myself. You actually see a third eye appear on Alcott's forehead that glows a pale blue as he looks forward. So the way the spell works is anything that is magical, I instantly know all of the spells that are affecting it.
As you do this, that very same feeling that hit you with the teleportation, you sense there is like a shroud that falls over the eye is there, but it's like a shroud, like blinders upon a horse, settles on that eye.
Okay.
Interesting. While we're walking up, a role-playing question, not a mechanical one. I would like to, Markov rather, would like to look back, through time at place himself back in that miserable childhood that he had to endure, and think back to the day that his dad brought home the lens, and in the drunken stupor, talking absent-mindedly about what he did in his day and who he was thankful was rid of the city. Think of anything that in his youth he might have looked over that makes much more sense now about the man who might have had this.
The memories are so fuzzy. All you remember is that he boasted of a trade in which he felt he got far the better. You market, bar, tavern, you can't recall, but you knew your father almost. It was the first time you as a child remember sensing greed in someone, and your father was boastful of how he gained it.
Okay.
So back to you, Markov. Yeah, so you are Alcott. You sense now innately all scrying, all true seeing, all teleportation, dimension, anything here is in this occlusion field, which covers that area that you hit when you hit that wall.
Now, I wouldn't know this connection.
No.
The seeing glass still works, though.
The seeing glass worked.
Okay.
So that is a good point. I cast Detect Magic earlier.
Yes.
Did I feel that when I cast Detect Magic?
No, you felt no resistance on the detection of magic. I mean, you sense there's like a lattice work laid over. I've already expressed that. Like this occlusion field laid over this entire area. You could sense that, but it's sort of more like sensing that it's cold all around you. It wasn't a specific source.
So, in the way of like Arcane Sight functions basically the same as Detect Magic, it's just instantaneous and can tell.
But it is specifically associated with sight. That's what I'm saying. So
there's Detect Magic, I would think, because it comes from my eyes. My question is, would I have wasted that spell? Because I would have known the occlusion field.
No,
like you're saying, the feeling. That
I don't think
from
you.
it.
I don't think you could have known just by the Detect Magic, and I think a blind mage can still cast Detect Magic. I've always viewed it. Yes, it might glow, but you can sense it. You can detect magic through walls. You can feel things 60 feet away with no visible, line of sight to them. So if you want to roll, I'm not trying to take that spell from you. If you want to roll a,
does the spell even feel useful? You know what I mean?
I mean, you wouldn't have known until you cast it, unless if from your Detect Magic you want to make a check. Go ahead and make an arcane knowledge arcane check.
Cool.
See if you had some sort of.
Let's see.
And
That would be fair.
as a matter of bookkeeping here, as we're about to basically mantle the precipice to the platform where we may believe that this guy is, I'll just cast 2 defensive spells: Shield of Faith and protection from evil.
Okay.
Communal.
All right.
But I'm going to give myself 5 minutes and them
2.
2. Yeah, or 6 and then 2.
31.
31.
Yeah, I'll say when you were detecting and sort of sensing the resonance of this place, you could feel that there were prohibitions against magical means of travel,
Divining.
which you already saw flight. You
Yeah.
felt the teleportation, and then also magical means of scrying, divination, anything associated with sight or teleportive travel is part of this occlusion field.
Okay.
Great. Well, I hate that, but I have it cast.
I suppose we make
All
our
right.
platform.
All right. You reach the pinnacle of the tower, again struggling for breath, and even here, though, while it seems insulated, the air is just as thin as it is outside on the mountain. And you do not see any sign of a living creature. Instead, you enter into a room atop the tower, wide and circular, in which sits a 20-foot tall statue of Karzug, the Runelord, as you have rightly divined, of greed. He stands in the southern portion of the chamber, his hands before him, and gripping a circular lens of green crystal in an iron flame. A brazier stands before the statue. Plumes of smokeless fire churn inside the brazier, which no doubt they have for thousands of years. North of the statue stands a stone pagoda-like structure, a single opening in the southern face revealing 2 smaller statues of Karzug within. On either side of the 20-foot-long sarcophagus bearing the likeness of the Runelord on its golden lid.
Okay.
So statue, he's holding a lens.
Yes, the 20-foot-tall statue holding a green lens between his hands, and then to the other side against the wall, a pagoda with 2 smaller statues, and both of them have their hands up around the pagoda.
Oh, they're on the outside of the pagoda, like holding.
Yeah, like kind of slightly above it. like their hands are lifted above the top of it.
And are they holding anything above it? You said there was a sarcophagus?
So yeah, and there is a 20-foot long sarcophagus
In the pagoda.
Yeah, right, exactly. Well, as you look, go ahead and roll d20 and add your wisdom bonus, please.
Perception or just flat
Do
wisdom?
wisdom bonus.
17?
Baptized in pus.
Gross.
17. You could tell by looking at it, they're not holding anything, but the way it's fashioned, it looks like they might have once been holding something. Like there might have been something there between them at one time.
Can I similarly look at the statue of Karzog, and is the lens he's holding separate from him? Because you said he was made of stone, but the lens was ringed in steel.
It is so lifelike. It is difficult to. I mean, it's so detailed. It appears as one, but you'd have to get closer and really study it to see. What I will say though is, the size of this green crystal lens is not long enough to have been what was
Between your
held.
hands.
Yes,
Okay.
there was something else held there.
How thick does it look to be?
Which thing?
The lens.
The lens. Looks like it's probably slightly less than a foot thick.
Okay. Big. Okay. It appears that is it.
This is a circular room, you said, correct?
You think I meant brazier, huh? Yes.
Where in the room did we come up? Near the edge?
No, you came up right in the center.
Right in the very center.
Yeah, and so he's on the south. The 20-foot tall's on the south edge, and on the.
I'll use detect magic on the lens itself to see if it's a red herring or if it's something that seems to actually hold some power.
Okay.
Maybe even look through your lens as you do?
I'm a little worried what might happen.
Fair.
Okay, so you detect magic on it. Mm-hmm. As you detect your magic.
You are blown back 20 feet.
Beautiful!
Took a minute.
I love that sound effect. It's so cool.
Yes, definitely magical. You feel a strong sense of magic coming from it.
Okay.
Does he get a school?
Probably not.
I mean, how closely are you examining this thing?
I'm not moving forward at the moment. I'm just
So to look at the thickness, I guess you just move to the side
Yeah,
to
yeah.
get a sense of it. Okay.
Yeah. This is definitely an item of great power. We must destroy it.
I'm looking wherever Markov is not looking. I'm trying to keep eyes on him apparating out of nothing, showing up, doing shenanigans.
You had no sense of any other magic in the room. You see no signs of movement.
I'm trying to remember where did we learn about the lens?
The quill, which I will pull out and toss to you as I look around.
I'll put it away. I don't know what to do with this. If we can be
like, does this, you mean from the memory you had? No, you still feel an unease, your belly churns, but no, nothing of this reminds you of what you saw.
If we can be certain that the quill is not lying to us,
We are certain of that.
then how far up is the lens being held?
It's 20 foot tall, so let's call it 15 feet high off the
Okay.
ground.
If you were able to shape stone and have it drop the lens, that might crack it.
I cannot shape that stone. I imagine I instantly recognize it as
Yeah, it's
Thassalonian
Thassalonian.
stone.
You've tried that before.
Yeah.
If his grip is too tight, I could potentially lift the lens out of his hands, but I don't know. I wish Gerg was here.
I'll keep kind of taking a little peek back at the sarcophagus.
Yeah, that's where I'm looking.
Yeah. Great. Wonderful. This is fantastic.
Is it?
Yes, it's wonderful.
The chill air
I'll-
hangs.
I will
You just hear a soft laughter. echoes, but it seems disjointed. Doesn't seem like it emanates from this plane.
I worry that if something is speaking through the quill, something that would want to see the Runelords return, then perhaps destroying the lens would bring him back.
I never got that sense from the quill, right? That it had ulterior motives. I mean, my identify would.
I mean, you had no definitive sense of its integrity per se, but
Yeah.
you had no.
I mean, it's just
reason
raw
to suspect.
divination.
That's what it felt like.
Do
to
we
you.
still have that shield?
I'm piecing. Yes, I'm holding the shield. I with one hand, and I'm thinking this is where the lights conjoined. They came to the lens. I feel almost certain of it. The lens is that which will filter through.
Maybe we need to cast a light through the lens. To that lens.
I feel like we are being played.
Of course, we are being played.
Oh! These
The distance between
unvirtuous.
the statue's hands. What does it like? Give me
Another one.
a visual of what they would be gripping. Like, are they holding like this? Like
Yeah, it
this?
looks like they're open palms, so they were holding. It looks like something might have been set and resting on their hands.
on top of the building between them.
Right, exactly.
How far apart are their hands?
They're about 20 feet apart.
And their hands are about 15 feet apart. From
Yeah,
each other, so
that's
their hands
fair,
can
yeah,
have- Okay. So something quite large. Something feels missing. That or they're just some statues and they look cool, but something is missing from this room. What are we
Oh,
missing?
gee, one of these people probably took it.
How long is his sarcophagus? Does it look 15 feet long?
No, the sarcophagus is
Much shorter than that.
the sarcophagus. I think I already read it to you. I think it is the full length of the pagoda. Let me
Yeah.
see here.
Are we supposed to destroy the green lens?
Yeah,
That's what the quill said.
yeah. It's
Okay, how do we destroy it?
If we believe the quill,
What does that thing say that always spoke to Irda? He might know something.
Yeah. Does the shield seem to respond to any of the comments being made?
you note he's been strangely quiet.
Yeah.
But when you direct your attention toward the shield, I confess, Markov, I do not like this place. And I caution against assumption. I sense
Two hands.
chicanery.
Two hands as he finishes
All right,
that
so he
up.
says it out loud.
His favorite word, chicanery. Alcott is not. He's looking around the room, ready for Karzog to show back up.
Yeah, he
Shield, what should we do? Shield, what should we do?
Does the rum-soaked one speak to me?
Yeah.
Huzzah! I drink some more rum. Here, you want some too?
The Cade speaks, but he speaks with a question that burdens all of our minds.
Well, he's the
Perhaps-
oldest of us. He should know. Oh, wise Shield, what do you have to say?
Perhaps the smartest thing Cade's done today is look to elders for wisdom.
And are you holding it where he can speak out
Yes.
loud? He who lacks wisdom asks wisdom.
Ah,
I suggest that you follow the path of wisdom and that your gods have laid forth before you. Do what is right, and I have always found this to be the answer.
well, that's not very helpful.
I'm speaking out loud, frustrated, and I'm saying, we come here expecting a fight, and we find a sarcophagus of a dead god.
But think about this. The first thing Karzog did when he got in and saw me was try to murder me. Me. Not you, not Tion. Me. What can I do that you all cannot?
You're weak.
Shut up.
You have magic, duh.
Yes, but what sort of magic?
Magic. Good magic. You have good magic.
I do have good magic, Kate. Thank you.
Is there any way to determine?
Whoa! Oh, when did he try to kill you?
Just
You know-
recently?
Was the thing in your pocket?
Oh, here's a note, John. An interesting interaction.
Oh, give that thing to me. Give that to me.
When I have
Just a second.
protection from evil, which is active,
Yes.
evil things can't make bodily contact with me without resisting a check, or they, react violently, basically. They just can't. The quill didn't seem to react in any way, or didn't.
No.
Yeah. I will repeat myself. This quill for which we have staked our faith in, I worry about its wisdom.
Oh God, John's putting up a pole.
Will we die?
Shield!
Because
Shield!
it'd be.
What is this? And I hold up the star.
The Sahedron.
The Sahedron rune.
Which I have
Oh, the
given-
shield. The shield is looking at it now.
Shield!
Yes.
What
Yes.
significance is this thing I hold in my hand?
Oh, so you're holding it out.
Will this help us? Should I throw it at the lens? What should I do? Answer me, Shield.
Hang on. The shield will answer you. So I have a poll up in the chat if you guys want to offer some suggestions to the players. The shield said, oh, well, I meant to say something, but no one was asking me. I think, and I'm going to tell you this now simply because it doesn't matter.
Oh.
That was both boon and bane. When you spoke earlier, I felt a resonance from that amulet. You were definitely being channeled through, and yet I also felt that amulet would have shielded you. I could feel it resonating outside in that snowfield every time that pulse came. That amulet through the bag, I could feel through that planar rift. There was still a connection.
Of what? Of who?
So essentially, this is meta, but it doesn't matter anymore. So those were both used to connect and descry, but also were a way to pass through the occlusion field without having those pulses of damage and will loss.
Oh, so it kind of protected me too. I put it on.
Okay. I'll look around a little bit more. I'm going to study the room. I feel like there's something we might be missing.
All right,
here.
what part of the room are you studying?
So I'm going to try and look behind the statue holding the lens.
Okay.
So long as its back is not just to the.
No, there's some space.
Okay.
Markov,
Yeah.
could we not direct light through the seeing eyeglass thing into that lens?
I suppose it's possible. Do we have windows in this room? Is that okay? So it's a, and there's no stairs. up
Don't
from
you
here.
have sunbeam?
No, he does.
You have
Oh, wait,
sunbeam.
no,
I
he
do
doesn't.
not.
Because the
Oh, Irda had sunbeam.
So do I see anything behind the statue?
No, you don't.
Okay, yeah, it is bare.
Alcott is going to mirror Markov wherever he goes. And
Okay.
go also behind the pagoda if possible, looking around.
Shield! Can you not help us with anything that would help us now instead of out there?
It's.
Give me some wisdom since I lack.
Do you allow the shield to speak, or do you just speak?
I'm just letting the shield yell across the room. I'm busy trying to discern what's going on.
I'm a friend of Irda's. Help me.
Indeed you are, which was the only questionable element of her character as to her determinations. I will tell you that these beings lived even before I did. They are ancient beyond measure. I can offer you no wisdom, Cade, beyond the wisdom which speaks, do what is right. Pay attention. Listen to the gods.
Can you tell me something?
Whoa. Do what is right. The riddle. Bring out the riddle.
Do what is right. Drink rum. Huzzah! And I drink rum. That's always the right thing to do.
There was the end to the riddle when we got to the rune well, which this seems to be.
And now you've come and
Or not to be.
And now
Very
you've
fair.
come and joined the forge on rare lore your mind gorge, and when you slough the mortal way, in Rune Forge long shall you stay.
Oh, we have to stay here?
No, Karzog has stayed here.
Was there
The
one more
only-
verse that I missed?
Oh.
What was the verse before that?
On Frozen Mountain, Xin awaits a regal voice behind yawning gates. Keys turn twice. The Sahedron, occult Runeforge awaits.
Which we seem to have gotten past. And then...
This one, I watched the YouTube video, but I might not have watched too far, or far enough.
Oh no.
Do you still have that in your notes, John? I would have written it down.
Yes,
I
he
do
would
still
have
have it
written
in my
down.
notes.
He would have written it down, and you know it.
I mean, I did factually write it down. John just read it really fast.
This is the nicest thing John has done for the players, is to go
Is
back
there
into his notes and
anything-
reread
I
it.
feel like this Sahedron Ruin does something.
No. We must do what is right.
Well, what is right?
Virtue is the only thing that
There was
can-
nothing between those two verses.
No,
Yeah.
no, not between after. Was that the last
What's
verse?
that? That was the last verse.
Way?
The only way
one
that
was
we
dead.
can defeat sin is with virtue.
Well, what do we do that is virtuous in here?
An act of charity.
So the
Who can we be charitable to?
the chat said open the sarcophagus. I think it was followed by examine the room. I don't know if I can bring the poll back up. I lost it. Not that any of the chatters are right. I'm just
Yeah, no. You don't say things that are superfluous, John.
I do sometimes.
Sometimes.
Wait, what did you say? What did we miss something?
No, this whole room. I'm starting to feel like my character from his role play. The strings are on the wall. And he is painted. This is all a giant puzzle. This whole thing is a puzzle.
I go up to the lens and I
don't-
look.
Kate,
What?
we must be careful in this room. We are at the heart of sin itself. The puzzle, the verse said, "Sloth the mortal way, in the Runeforge long shall you stay." If we commit acts of sin in this room, I am afraid of what would happen.
What would be considered an act of sin? What if I think something's not a sin, but it's a piratey thing to do, and it's not a sin, but to me it's virtuous. But other gods don't think it's virtuous, but my God thinks it's virtuous. So then, what do we do?
Only on Blue Box do you get moral philosophizing on a Sunday afternoon D&D game.
There isn't like a tithe bowl or anything in
No.
here.
Nope. So Kate.
Oh my gosh!
I love the amount of gas.
Yes.
Okay. What if I sonic boom something into the lens?
Why is that the right thing to do?
Because I'm Kate, that's why!
That feels like a catchphrase.
You know what? Let's do that. Just not like now. Let's just wait and do a few other ideas first.
Markov, there are open hands up there. Hands to be given something, perhaps?
Yes, perhaps.
Give money into him. Oh, that's the Hedron Ruin. What if I put that in there?
Charity is far more than money. We're thinking like sin does. Charity is redemption. Is healing, perhaps.
Heal who?
The orb.
Yeah, I'll pull the orb out, actually, in this moment.
Okay.
Ooh, the
Is it
pearl?
reacting in any way? No, not the pearl. The
Oh.
orb of immense magic.
Is it reacting in any way? No. No, it's not. It looks the same as it did. You still see the coruscating colors across it, but it's not. It looks no different than it did when you pulled it out.
Hug the orb.
Lick the orb.
The obvious
So,
solution.
is there anything? Is this Sahedron thing doing anything?
Wait,
No, it's not. It's just sitting in your hand.
Do something!
So there's no, there was some eerie laughter earlier.
For those of you that are wondering, she was just speaking to this. So
The Sahedron.
she has that amulet in her hand.
Everything seems to come back to this. Virtue is the thing that triumphs sin. When we were in that abyssal plane to save your father, to give him redemption, that was the way forward.
Yes.
Now I do not blame you for having done what you did, but
Maybe you need to sacrifice yourself, Alcott.
That's a rather selfish thing to be.
Lay on the hands!
because I feel like, here's the thing, is I feel like the obvious thing may be to like just destroy the lens, but I'm worried that if we destroy the lens, it's gonna waken up the Runelord because it stores all the souls or whatever, and like I really think that there might be some clever way to solve this.
Yes.
Tien looks at you and she says, I know I'm the newest member here, but it does seem that we spend a lot of time talking and not a lot of time
looking and observing and searching.
Well, I wanted to look in the lens, but they stopped me.
Tiana, are you talking about opening the sarcophagus?
I speak of no thing in particular, but I've seen us
Open
do
it.
this time after time. I think even when we found the treasure, we spend endless moments and we sit and discuss.
I look at the lens.
Yeah. I will. I
The
will.
green orb. Tell me something.
I guess Cade would do that before I can do anything.
Yeah, well, he's got a 4 wisdom,
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
I look through the lens.
Cade, roll a d20, please.
Cade and Kalia, tell me something. Help me.
Cade, roll a d20,
Okay.
please.
God, we're putting our wisest voice.
Should I roll with a
Advantage.
advantage?
Well, you've been given advantages by our viewers, so should you choose to use one?
I'm gonna use one.
Are you guys good to go a little bit longer tonight?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We are on the verge of greatness right now.
Or something.
Yeah.
Your high is a 12
12.
there. Let me see your character sheet.
Give me something.
Let me see your character sheet real quick.
It's fine. It's good. It's fine.
I demand.
Answers.
See, I just
You see something as you look up at the green crystal. You notice something odd. You see there appears to be something dried and crusted along the edges of the crystal. But again, you're looking, so you're 6 feet, so it's about 9 feet above your head. You know, you'd have to get closer to see exactly.
Well, I
what it
fly
is.
up.
Okay, so you fly up.
Of course I do.
As
I
you
can fly.
As you look closer,
This is horrifying.
you see 2 things. And yeah, oh, wow, good roll on the second one. So the first one is easy. You see there's dried blood that seems to be smeared along the edges of the crystal. But then there's a second thing. You have a tough time. It's black. It takes you a moment to realize it looks like soot or scorch marks, as though there has been fire. So you see evidence of blood and evidence of fire along this crystal lens.
What do you see, Kate?
Well, first off, not a good sign, but I do see blood along the edge of it. But then there seems to be like soot or ashy stuff, like fire was in here.
Is it along the whole edge of the circular lens or just near the bottom?
Okay, you see it looks like smeared in different spots,
Just-
more toward the bottom, but different places.
All over.
Both the soot and.
Yeah, it's not, and it's not. Well, it looks like the soot actually is hitting more uniformly, but like the blood seems to be almost like in locations or spots.
Give me the spyglass.
I would do no such thing.
Yes.
Do me one
Please
favor.
hand it over.
Do me one favor, and I will give it to you.
Okay.
Count the number of blood smears, and note their location for me while you're up there.
Okay. I count the number of blood spots
Okay.
and mark their location.
Well, some of them smear together and almost
Okay.
merge as one. But
It looks like a massacre, right?
no.
Oh.
No.
There's.
You don't see any dripping on the floor.
It's dried.
You don't see dry. Everything on the mirror is dried as well. It's all dried blood, like looks,
Mirror.
or the lens.
Oh.
Dried blood. You'd say probably 16 to 20 different independent marks,
Okay.
but some of them looked like maybe there were multiple levels. Like one smear goes on top of another smear.
I hold out the Sahedron rune to it.
Cool.
It glimmers in the light.
I was wondering if it was a Sahedron 7 of some
I throw
kind.
the Sahedron rune at it.
Ting! Tsh, it clatters
There
to
is
the
the
floor.
possibility that the lens was used as a ritual device, blood sacrifices and all of that. Multiple times.
I will use the Cade. Where do you want to use this seeing glass?
I want you to look directly into it.
I believe it is best that I do that.
Well, then do it. We're just sitting around talking like Tion said.
I will.
Stop
I will.
talking
So
and
what do you
more
do?
doing.
So I take a moment and just kind of nod to Alcott in case something happens, and I look into the seeing glass with the lens.
As you look at it, you, of course, in the material, you can see very clearly what Cade was pointing out. You see the same signs. But as you look at the lens itself, you see what looks like the yawning blackness of a portal.
Interesting. It's a portal of some kind.
Oh, somebody's gonna come in here. We need to destroy this thing.
Kozhog.
We need to destroy it! I told you, sunburst it! Tion, do you have any magic?
No.
Kate, we've talked about this before.
Well, you know, have you noticed? I'm not that bright.
I give Tion a look.
Another T-shirt. Have you noticed? I'm not that bright.
Yeah. I do not have. That was what Irda was able to do. My gifts of the gods are not given to me in that way.
As they're checking that out, I want to,
Sarcophagus
since I'm near the sarcophagus, I want to detect magic around it, looking for boom boom traps or similar stuff.
Boom boom.
Boom boom traps.
you know.
Okay.
Boom, boom.
Yeah. You don't sense any magic from the sarcophagus, and you do not sense any traps.
Do I sense any magic through the sarcophagus
Nope.
into what's inside?
Nope.
Shield! The shield shines!
Yes. But
I thought he did!
it may be possible if the lens is a portal for one to go through. You've only thrown objects at it. You haven't placed your hand upon it.
Which don't do that.
Ooh. Wait. Okay.
If this is the rune well, it must be destroyed.
Shield! Don't you shine a light.
I only have such power in the hands of one who serves as a paladin.
I'm a pirate, is it enough?
The hesitation there was palpable.
You hear an audible.
Can everyone back away from the lens? I would like to try something.
Yeah, I'll back away. Gosh, we're getting played so hard.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We're getting played over the whole campaign.
Okay, back up.
Alcott is going to just sort of spit down into his hand.
Ew.
And it turns green, like wicked green, and he lobs it up. I cast Acid Splash at the lens. See if that affects it in any way.
She just kind of comes down. It does. You see, as it drips down, it clears away some of the blood and soot that's been there for however long. But other than that, has no effect.
Little
Seems
hand.
immune to magic.
Little hand.
Well, at least the acid.
I'm gonna send my little hand through.
Your little hand hits. It's solid.
Should we not just destroy it, Markov?
Well, I've been saying that!
I know,
What
but-
are you saying? Should we just not destroy it?
Because
I've been saying that.
We've checked other parts of the room. We've looked around.
Sonic
tried
boom it!
things.
I sonic boom it!
Is that okay? Well, that Kate says they saw Sonic Boom, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Unfortunate.
Oh, that might not go well, will it?
The sonic boom goes out. Your teeth rattle. The statue and the lens are unimpressed.
Okay. Do the right thing. Follow our gods.
Throw Alcott in! What?
It's a solid lens. There's nothing to throw in.
Yeah.
But you said it's a portal!
Well, I mentioned it could be.
When he looks at it through his looking glass, he sees something different than you see. You see a solid lens. He is getting a true sight.
Yeah.
We need to destroy it! Shield!
Markov.
For God's sake!
What's the shield going to do? It is younger than this.
Shine a light
It
through
can't.
the lens. Okay, he has got to give up his pride that he can only be held in the hand of a paladin and be held in the hand of a pirate and shine his light because he is doing it for Irda. Shield, let down your pride. Pride is a sin, is it not? Pride is a sin.
I mean, we may not be talking about sin, Cade. It might be physically incapable.
No,
of
it's a
doing
sin.
Though you have your hand on both hands on the shield, this shield chooses to speak only into your mind.
Yeah.
Get me away from that knave now.
I'll pull him closer with a single hand.
Markov,
Yes.
can you look around the room with that lens that you have?
Yes, I'll continue casting my gaze over just everything, feeling Markov is visibly more and more frustrated, and
I look
Yeah.
around the room.
Okay.
Okay.
And yeah, so you've
Yes, I look around the room.
Okay.
I just start throwing the ruin. I pick it up and I throw it. Something's gotta happen. This thing is just like not around my neck for no reason.
Playing catch.
Nothing happens.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, something might happen with the telescope.
Let me have this telescope, Kit Markov.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Your 4 wisdom, Kate.
I go over to where those. I open the chest.
The sarcophagus.
Yes.
It's heavy.
You are acting out.
I have no wisdom.
That is true.
Like a child.
Yeah.
It's heavy, but you kind of push that lid over, and as it slides aside, you notice that Karzug's image is carved all across the top of it. It's empty inside.
Nothing's inside.
Allow Markov to look at the things that appear empty.
I'll look
I
around.
throw the
Hey.
ruin inside.
Exercise some patience. And I like bop you on the head.
Amazingly well done. Okay.
It's true, Pat. It is true. The patience level is showing. What did you say earlier? You said, where was it? Cade bullies the party on the chat. The chat's moving too fast for me to catch. The Holy Pirate of Cade's God. There was one that said something earlier. Oh, Cade, Cardinal, Paladin for the Accidental God, rum for everyone. You peer through. It's empty. You
And the
see nothing
space
in
with the
here.
hands, nothing up there.
No, just again, clear that it once held something up there.
I think whatever it held is within the lens. And perhaps, yes.
Look at the
it's
lens
trying-
at those things.
Perhaps I'm overthinking this all. Perhaps by destroying the lens, then we get the chance to fight Karzog.
Something about the lens.
No, we were told by the quill that it was useless to fight Karzog, that we simply had to destroy his lens.
Destroy
What did it say exactly?
The lens.
Destroy the lens. Do what is right. Do
So-
what is right.
Let's go ahead.
Oh no, okay.
I didn't write all of it down. I would need to look back.
It did not tell you it was useless to destroy Karzog, but it did mention specifically the destruction of his lens.
And
Karzog, it hasn't counted. Destroy the lens.
I'll put, because I have some gold in my bag. I will just take it out of my bag and place it in the coffin, and just say, it's charity. You can have it. It is of no use to me.
Markov. May I see the lens, please?
How much gold do you put in?
I put in the whole bag. I have no use for money at this point.
Oh,
So you stick,
actually,
you stick your whole sack of gold in there. All right.
Tion,
Yes.
get the lens from Markov.
you're asking.
Are you speaking to the expendable member of the party?
Yeah, I never said expendable. Well, oh yes, I did.
You
I'm sorry.
certainly did.
Give
If you wish to have the lens, simply ask him for it.
it all.
Give all.
Everything that we have.
No!
Give it.
Cade,
Give the
your greed
gold.
is showing.
It's not about that. Oh my goodness! Your self-righteousness is showing.
So let me have
Yeah.
let me have each of you make an insight check. For
Yeah,
me.
absolutely. Insight.
Well,
Well,
that's
what
a
if-
5e term.
Do you mean sense motive or wisdom?
Let's do sense motive. Yes.
All right.
Talking to me in
Oh,
5e.
great. Wonderful.
Not really. It's a
Two?
little tough
Oh my gosh!
to- Ow.
A 35.
Cool. 12.
You, in your studies, had become familiar enough to understand certain ritual practices. As you look through the lens at the mirror, you can see the blood smears appear to be intentionally done.
Yeah.
This was not a splattering.
Of course.
This was someone choosing to run their blood along the edge of that lens. Now, maybe you'd already divined that, but I'm just
Yeah.
making that explicitly clear. This looks, I don't want to say ritualistic to you necessarily, but very intentional.
Yeah. Okay. So it seems intentional.
Thank you, Adotlin.
I'll say as much that, should anyone be confused, it's very intentional that the blood is there.
Of course.
Yes.
Is there any Thessalonian written anywhere in this room? No writing, not on the sarcophagus.
It could have been that
Have we?
Karzog had bloodlet himself to put himself in there, or that somebody else had bloodlet themselves to seal him away.
Could I perhaps
Then why
roll,
is he gone?
like medicine to see how old that blood is?
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
It's like
You
days
try.
old or...
Yeah.
I go around to the other side. Can you see me through the lens?
All humor, Cade. I can't see through. I don't. It's not X-ray vision. Right?
So you're like, well, you see.
I stand on the other side of the lens.
Well, his body's on. So like you're gonna like crawl up. There's a huge statue holding the lens.
What's the distance between? 'Cause he can
I thought
fly.
it was
Yeah.
just for some reason. I
If
thought
you
it
want to, you can kind of fly.
No.
Okay.
I thought the lens was just like kind of like in the middle of the room.
No, it's held in this giant statue's hands.
So would this be a knowledge check?
Yeah, do you have knowledge medicine, knowledge heal? Do knowledge
There's
healing.
heal,
Yeah, do
which
heal.
is I believe,
Karzog is
wisdom.
in the statue.
Ooh, 23.
I mean,
Natural 19.
you can't, you cannot date this with any specificity, but it is, clear to see that this blood is very, very old and only even here by virtue of the preservation that is innate to this place.
I think you're right. I don't think anyone recently has bled upon this. Karzog did, or someone who wanted to assist him in surviving forever. Until an amount of sin...
Karzog is
to bring him
inside
back.
there.
Exactly.
There is a way to try and determine that with better specificity. I did it once when we tried to figure out where Brog was. Give me a moment. I will use Find Quarry. I understand that it
Might
may
not,
just bounce off, but I'll give it a shot. And it takes just a moment to.
And what is your quarry?
My quarry is Karzog. I've seen
Having
Karzog.
seen him,
Having seen exactly what he looks like, yes. And there is no saving throw, no spell resistance. I can just sense whether he's within 20 miles, where he is within that 20 miles, and which direction he's moving.
Yeah, you sense he is not within 20 miles.
Okay.
I'll allow that. That's not a
Yeah.
scry. That's not a true sight. And that's sort of more of an innate ability. You sense he's nowhere within 20 miles of this place.
He's not here. Karzog is not here. He probably lies beyond the portal.
Shield.
Do I have to?
You speak to me, Cade.
Do we need to destroy that lens? That scene thing?
The little lens.
Yes.
He did say you had something of his. Why would he say that?
He's a petty, greedful person.
Wants it back. Wants it back. Perhaps that is what lied within the sarcophagus. No, your father wouldn't have made his way all the way here just to get a lens. How did...
Perhaps that's it. I'll take the lens and I'll place it in the casket and say, "It's of no use to me anymore. Have it back."
Kind of rolls over and taps up against the sack of gold. It just sits there.
Put my Sahedron rune in there.
Okay, you have a bag of gold, a Sahedron rune, and a looking glass.
Yes.
we try closing the sarcophagus and see if they disappear?
You may. Perhaps this is the most foolish thing that we've ever done, but I am supposed to do the right thing.
Alcott's gonna start pushing it, and it's not gonna go anywhere.
Well, you can't do anything. I'll go over.
Eventually, you guys get it closed. The sarcophagus lid closes.
And then we open it
You
back
open
up.
it back up, and you see your bag, your looking glass.
We destroy it.
I take
And
the
your
lid.
sight
I take this looking glass.
Kate,
Okay, you now have it.
you know, take it. I said I did not need
I
it.
look through the lens.
Okay, you see the same thing. You see the dried blood.
Give me more.
With drip marks where
Clinically, reveal more.
It looks to you like where that lens is. It's kind of swirling colors, and it looks like you could just barely opaquely make out like a shimmering blue.
I take a drink of rum. Caden Kalian, I need more from you. What can I do that... what is it that we're supposed to do the right thing? What can I do that is the right thing?
gonna destroy the lens. I've made it as obvious as I can.
Nothing! I'm speaking to the god!
The heavens are as brass, as they say.
Now,
To reply.
sadly,
But is this the lens they want us to destroy?
possibly it is his.
We're just talking in circles.
I destroy it!
The Sihedron ruin?
No.
No.
The telescope.
The telescope.
Oh. You slam it to the ground.
I stomp on it!
You stomp on it, kind of squirts out from underneath your foot and just rolls unmarred.
Oh.
Unmarred! I'm stronger than that! I take it and I beat it against the lens.
Neither the lens nor the looking glass. Damaged in
Okay,
the least.
something is amiss here. I am strong enough to destroy this lens. So,
It's an enchanted item.
well, crap. Shield! I bang this against the shield.
Would you please return the favor? Roughly around the chin.
Oh,
You said to do the right thing earlier, and I feel like that would be an act of reprisal.
Which is
do the right thing.
what's called righteous indignation. That is the right thing. And remember, when I spoke, to be right is not just to be moral, it is also to be clever.
It's true.
It is to be effective. If I am a simpering fool, if I am too weak to do what must be done, I cannot do what's right. Right is a matter of power, clarity, and morality.
You seem to be speaking about somebody in this room, don't you?
I go up to the lens
Okay.
and I put my
Okay.
hand on it.
All right.
You've done that.
Okay.
For the third, it's like cool stone.
Are you satisfied? Alcott,
Yes.
you've been thinking.
Yes.
Speak.
If the shield could roll its eyes, it would.
Shield. May I have the shield?
No.
Don't.
Give me the shield.
You've already taken something.
Give me the shield.
The shield did not consent.
Maybe I'm a paladin in another life. Give me the shield.
Are you have your hands on it at this point, trying to take it from my... The shield says no.
Maybe he's resistant. I'm gonna do the right thing. Give me the shield.
I mean, it's buckled to my arm. I don't know what you want me to tell.
Give me
Right.
the shield.
I said no, Kate.
Please.
Well, I mean, speaking of the shield, I mean, he did say please.
Doing the right thing.
You sense just sullenness.
Yeah. I can't.
Yes, you can. Unbuckle it.
No, it's not an object. It's a thinking thing.
I don't think it wants to be with me because
Alcott.
it despises me.
Speak
but
sense, please.
Can both of you shut up?
Ah, finally someone speaks sense.
Alcott lights a torch that he has in his bag
Okay, great. This is wonderful. Good.
and holds it up to the lens,
Okay.
seeing how the light moving through it is effective.
So the light, the lens seems very opaque. It doesn't really seem to move through it. In fact, you kind of look to the other side. It doesn't really seem like it goes through whatever the material of the lens is.
And I'll just sort of snuff the torch out and shove it back into my pack. And then I pull my dagger out and look at my hand.
Okay.
What's that for?
It is
Goodness,
for
your wisdom is
it's
quite
for
low.
the ritual that must be done. I thought there was something that could be done, a virtue that could be granted to release us from this, but it seems as though this is what must be done.
Perhaps we can do better from the inside.
We have to sacrifice ourselves?
Or, once he is released from the lens, its magical protections will become lessened. And we can destroy it then, destroying his connection to whatever power he holds beyond.
Now, before we go in, may I please have the telescope back?
That does me no good. I can't even
All right.
dent it.
Go ahead.
And I notice those burn marks.
Uh-huh.
So I'll still rest that torch on the ground next to me.
Okay.
And Alcott will squelch his hand along the base. I guess he can't get up that high, right? I don't really want to cast Fly on myself just to move 9 feet up in the air. Cade, can you please bleed on the edge of the lens?
Bleed?
Yes.
I take me wee dagger and cut. Well, I guess I cut me hand and I wipe my blood.
And then
I make
God.
actually. I cut my thumb and I make a smiley face.
Cade, as soon as you do that, you all see the lens flash green, and you see again Cade go into that rictus form, his head back. But this time, Cade, you see through the lens.
Whoa!
You can dimly make out what looks like an indistinct glow of blue. You can feel the presence of the Runelord on the other side of this lens. You see Kate involuntarily vomits up rum and is
What a
just
waste.
shaking as he looks at the portal stuck.
I'll take my torch and just chuck it up at the edge of the... Using Mage Hand to guide it. I want to burn away the blood that he has placed on the lens.
As he does this, a wall of fire comes down on Cade,
You just
disintegrates him into a burst of fire. There is nothing left but motes.
Wait, he just disintegrated me?
There's not even ash, right?
You disintegrated me?
I don't think you're dead.
Wow! Well, I don't think that was very nice.
All goes quiet in the room. But you notice the lens now looks like a portal. It's an open black yawning that seems to be shrinking in dilation.
Oh, like it's closing?
Slowly.
May the gods be praised. Let's go.
Gods be praised, I'm gone.
I don't think you're gone.
I don't think you're gone either, but
I think this much is... Jump in.
yeah.
You both jump in?
Yeah.
2 rounds. Okay.
2 rounds of what?
Cade.
Two
Two
rounds
rounds
of
of
you
what?
being in there without us.
Oh, gosh.
Cade.
Woo! I do have the
Yippee-ki-yay!
rune on my neck.
Cade, as...
I don't know if that protects me or not.
As you reach, you feel the flames consume you. Everything is disorienting for you. You feel again this sense of enormous vertigo. You blink, and you find yourself...
Do I know I was incinerated?
You felt like the cleansing fire consume you.
Cleansing's good.
First thing you do...
Is it cleansing or was it burning?
Well, it's like the... You ever feel like a healthy burn on a wound? Like it's like a cleansing fire, and then you're on the other side. This place that you're in, for it does not even seem to be a place to call it such.
A space between spaces.
A place between places. A liminal space.
A lot of eyes.
Weird.
Well,
I really thought there was something super clever there, and there might still be. I just didn't. We just did not catch it. We did not catch it.
I know he's smiling. We didn't catch it. We did everything in there.
No, we didn't do everything. We didn't do his puzzles. They are, dare I say,
Clever.
puissant.
Not
Cade.
that.
Yeah.
You find yourself in a place that does not seem to be a room in any normal sense. And you guys can listen because I won't give this description again.
Yeah.
You're not here yet.
Yeah.
You're talking for 12 seconds on the other side of the room. It's a cylindrical space, both at once vast and finite. You can see the edges of the room, and it's not cylindrical here, but it's cylindrical. You can see the edges some 100 feet apart, but as you look up, it looks endless as it ascends upward. The walls just seem to go and go and go and go and go, and you can see a swirling miasma of clouds and lightning, but it seems almost a distance beyond reckoning, both there and not there in terms of how far it is away from you. The smoky white walls churn and spiral as if you're in the midst of a vast storm. Faces and twisted figures you can see in the smoke. A head pops in and pops out. A hand extends, grasping, reaching as though to find someone that might offer succor, and then sucks back inside. It spins in endless circles. The floor is all stone, but spiraling and curving channels have been carved into the stone. 16 ghostly flames burn around the place's perimeter. A glowing pool of shimmering blue is at the far end of the room, and I'll bring this up on the monitor for our viewers now. A shimmering pool is here at the far end of the room. In fact, you might even say that it looks somewhat like a well. As it shimmers here beneath, above it, floating in the air, is a giant blue-purple almond-shaped crystal. It has a ring of gold carved with runes encircling it, and a second ring constricting it in the middle like a belt. Blue smoke writhes around the crystal, and a red glowing rune blinks from the central band.
Does my necklace do anything?
No.
What is the point of this?
They sent the fool first, did they?
I take offense at that.
As well you should. Now, enjoy this.
No! No!
He took a single round to give his monologue.
There's a bolt of lightning.
We can play the same game as John.
We can play the same game, John.
So you think about it, you only take one round of.
All right, I
fight him alone for one round.
I need you to make a reflex save, and that reflex save is
reflex.
a DC. Hold
In fact,
on.
if you succeed, you take no damage.
It's because he's got panache.
Ah, shit. It's all the way at the top.
Man, we're so cool.
All the way at the top.
Okay.
It is a
Destroy your spell book.
It's not useful to a wizard once they've prepared their spells.
DC 28.
He's had a long time
DC
to prepare.
28? I can't do that.
You can.
Reflex save DC 28.
Yeah.
20. Oh, I'm sorry. No, 26. 26 on this one.
You got this.
Well, not with that die result.
All right. You, Cade, you don't see where it comes from, but you hear the voice up above. As you look up, you don't see anything. You do see there are platforms which hover. And you actually,
platformer.
this guy is actually not there. You see these platforms that seem to be all around this strange-looking place. You feel insignificant, like an insect in the midst of a great field. In the vastness of this place, the eerie sounds that emanate from the walls, from the ceiling, all around, casting a haunting to you. And you take from that.
You're adding
Oh,
more
right.
dice.
Whoops. Thank you. Didn't mean to do that. Nope. Didn't do that.
I'm still gonna roll it.
Yeah, I know. I'll kill it. I'll kill it and redo it.
I mean, you could just subtract the last two.
That's all right. I'll just do this. It's a fun effect anyway.
It is.
Cade, this jagged bolt of lightning arcs from the sky and strikes you for 36 points of damage. That actually worked out quite well for you. The first roll was much better.
Indeed.
And as that happens, you hear thunk, 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 and 3 more figures enter the room beside you.
Aren't you glad you didn't get disintegrated?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, that's not too bad.
Could have been worse.
And as soon as you appear in the room,
Combat.
It's initiative
I
time.
don't have very.
what's that?
Wait, did we not have those potions?
Roll for
The
initiative.
3 white
I
potions
think
that
I had it last.
I
you had it
am
last.
not doing very. I'm feeling like not fully myself and be going into combat, y'all.
You've got a feather stone. You have 1.
You have entered my lair. I have but a day or two to remain. I shall enjoy feasting upon the souls of mortals. All right, so 2 things happen immediately. Sorry, Kate, what were you trying to say? I'll let you speak.
The last feather, would it have any extra special powers to it?
You would have no idea.
Well, I stick it to my chest.
All right.
If you cast a healing spell on yourself, it improves the spell
All right.
and lets you add your spellcasting modifier.
What does that mean?
You're essentially upgrading your own magic when you use the feather.
You can't see the origin other than you can sort of track where it comes from. But you see coming from up above, perhaps from one of the platforms, there is two pairs of orangish yellow globes that come flying toward the party.
I think I know what that is.
So a total of 4.
It's magic missiles.
I think it's worse than magic missiles.
It's probably fireballs.
It's probably delayed blast fire.
All right, I heal myself with the feather, so I use my.
No, that'll be an action this round, so that'll be your turn. All right. These spheres are 2 feet in diameter.
I think I need to heal myself.
And one stretches out toward each of you.
Okay, that's kind.
As they reach you, there is. So here's this. I want each of you to make a saving throw.
Is this a spell?
This is a spell.
Spell turning turns that right back in him.
It will for you, but actually, let me render for everyone else, and you're gonna have. There's 1 for each of you. When it strikes you, there's an explosion, a burst of energy that goes in a 40-foot radius with each of them. The one that hits Alcott winks away. Alcott, as it winks away, you feel a wrenching, and there's a resonance between you and something up above.
Because he also has spell turning.
And so now I have to roll percentile dice.
You guys get to play
This
Pong.
this could be very interesting.
This could
depending.
potentially send both of us
Yes,
into a rift in time.
cool.
This could be.
Wait, whoa, no.
No.
No. Actually, here.
Why don't we roll it just in the middle of the big old...
How about we roll it here where everybody can see it?
You don't want to roll my big cool D100?
I wonder what to see. All right, so yes, in fact, you both have spell turning
to the
on,
zone.
and with the spell
most
turning,
likely that the spell takes...
if it's a 0 to 70, the spell drains away. You still will be struck. It is left. You are different targets, so it drains away what's targeted him. But the ones that weren't targeted at him, those spheres still exist. If it's a 71 to 80, it still affects him, but also affects the caster. If it's an 81 to 97, both turning events are rendered non-functional for 1d4 minutes.
Okay.
And if it's a 98 to 100, both of you go through a rift into another plane.
I love that.
All right,
please.
here we go. And the roll is 17. All right. So it dissipates. However, there are 3. You are all in close proximity here. So that means all 4 of you take 3, not 4, of these as they explode. And
Will we have to roll 3 saves, or it's just stat?
no, because you don't get a save for the. Well, you'll get a save for half on the one that's coming at you. You're
Okay.
still going to have the area of effect. So each of you make a saving throw, and that saving throw is going to be
Big.
DC.
Is it reflex?
Yes, it's going to be reflex.
Me and Tian will roll. We will each roll die, and we'll take the highest of the die. That's the way my feat works.
Okay, that
So
works.
it's me and Tian.
All right, so it's going to be a reflex save, DC 31.
Oh, then it's impossible, but still 20. All right, I'll roll. Not it, Chief. Maybe Tian will get a 20.
I needed an 18 and I got a 17.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness, so close. All right, so
What did
You can use a
Tian
mythic
roll?
power to roll a d6 and succeed.
all right,
Oh,
so
I'm gonna roll a d6
You don't even have to
and-
roll the d6.
Okay,
Just do it.
I'm using a mythic power
all right, so it's what are you using?
to get 1 more point.
To add a d6 to the roll to potentially
Okay,
succeed.
all right. So then what that means is I'm going to give the damage that the 2 of you take, and then I'm going to take some of that. So you partially dodge the one, so you don't take the
He
direct
doesn't
hit on
partially
one.
dodge. He
What-
fully dodges.
Oh, on the one coming at you, but you're still going to take the. So you're only going to take 2. So I'll do it this way.
And John, can you roll
Yes.
for Tian? Because again, if she rolls higher, then I can use that one, and she can use my higher one otherwise.
3.
Nah, no, we probably neither.
Okay. All right.
We're going to die.
As these spheres come at you, Actually, no. I got to go down. How do I go down? There we go. Because this is going to be what Cade takes.
No, Cade takes none from his.
I know. So he takes the area of effect from the other two.
3d6 pro.
So Cade, you take 43.
What? I'm dead.
Oh, you're down, likely.
I'm down.
You're down.
Yeah.
Okay. You're
Well,
down.
and I wanted to heal
You're down.
myself with the.
You're at 46 HP.
Oh.
Wow. So making that save.
So,
Yeah.
question for you.
Yes.
We knew we were going into a potentially dangerous
Sure.
situation. Could I have prepared to protect myself in the event? So I obviously had spell turning ready to go. Could I
Right.
have been ready to cast a spell on myself to not instantly die the moment I step
Well,
through
do you
the
have any
portal?
contingencies? Any quicken spells?
I have contingency that I have the ability to time stop for 1 turn.
Right.
That's my quickest thing that I can do. I have contingency, which dispels magic on anything that tries to affect my body or mind. It's like a controlling thing, a disintegrate, stuff like that. And I have the ability to meta magic quicken a spell. So I have a couple of different things. But we already turned the spell that was affecting me. What I'm asking is, can I stop time for a second and potentially protect myself? Because I can't affect other creatures while time is stopped.
I mean, I would say, yes, but the thing is, the way you role-played it on the other side, you knew you were going through. In fact, it was your idea to do the blood and
Yeah.
the thing, but you made no announcement of that intention in terms of that
Well,
preparation beforehand.
I don't think that's entirely true because
Okay.
Alcott, I said specifically while we were in the room, the entire time I was there,
Right.
I had an itchy trigger finger like something was about to happen.
Right.
Like I was ready for anything that could occur in terms of potentially counterspelling a spell he threw, which is not what I want to do here.
Right.
Because that would be hilariously stupid to try.
Yeah, you couldn't counterspell that.
But what I want to do is, because I had that itchy trigger finger, I want to try and stop time for a second and protect.
To do what precisely?
I want to cast Globe of Invulnerability around myself.
Okay. Let's roll an independent initiative on that. We're gonna do just a. Do you have time as you're coming through the portal to have that prepped? And by the way, I'm gonna roll. So you took the 43, right, Markov?
No, that was Cade. I'll probably take more.
Well,
you'll
I'm going
be
to give you
taking
the
all
rest,
three.
but you got the 43.
43, okay.
And, by the way, though, something odd happened for you. When you came through the other side of the portal, something about that cleansing fire, and this, of course, goes back to who gave the 5,000 earlier? That was Pat. You, when you landed, you were fully restored.
Great, wonderful.
So all your abilities, all of your hit points, something about the passage through that portal,
Okay.
That cleansing fire that I described did something inside of your soul.
Great, wonderful.
All right, what'd you roll?
A 2.
A 2. All right.
It's not great. All right. So,
I mean, there's absolutely no I'm not instantly disintegrated here. I'm just saying.
yeah.
And in fact, I think the both of us instantly die, and you probably also die.
So this
too.
is the rest of the damage.
Yeah. Well, he's not. I mean, he can't die. He's full hit points.
You just dealt 43 in 1 hit of the 3.
I know.
No, that's
No, that
probably
was 2
3.
hits. That was 2
How
hits.
how
That was
strong
that
do
was
you
2.
think we are?
That was so there's 6d6 for each hit. I did 12d6
Gotcha.
because 2 applied
Yeah.
to both of you.
Fair enough.
3 applies to only one of you.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right, so the rest will also go to me.
Right.
Well-
Whoops.
Yep, you keep doing it.
I know.
It's a good roll.
22.
Hey, you need to stop rolling those.
Dead.
I am
Unconscious.
at 0 hit points.
For now.
It's 0. All right.
I can lay hands on him.
You can.
I can lay hands on
And
him.
that was his turn.
Wait, hold on.
What a turn.
Hold on.
Wait, I mean, should we
His
just?
turn is not done.
Oh my god.
His turn is not done.
I stick the feather to my chest.
It's not your turn yet.
Whatever.
Okay, so you got the feather moving up toward your chest. As you are collapsing,
yourself instead of-
as you are collapsing to the ground, Alcott, you're watching this explosion of fire. You realize, had you not had spell turning, you would be dead.
Oh, definitely.
Because you would have taken that fourth ball and you made it vanish. So you only took the area of effect. As you're falling, you look up and with dismay, you see he's clutching a wand. You recognize it as a quickened metamagic wand, and he fires off another spell even as you're falling to the ground.
Okay.
For you, time stops.
Oh, he cast time stop. Cool. A wand? That's a cool wand. Jeez.
Think of all that you can have if you survive. And with that,
It doesn't matter.
we will
It's
end
the end of the
tonight's session.
So he's going to get several more turns.
I mean, why
Potentially
don't?
only one.
Yeah, like why don't we just end it now?
Because nothing is determined yet.
It's
I don't think he's got. Here's the thing: is I don't think he's got 4 more balls ready to
So
go.
that was delayed blast fireball, correct?
No, that was Meteor Swarm, a ninth level spell.
A ninth level spell, so
yeah.
all of my spell turning is gone in one go.
Correct, and you couldn't have, but as is his spell turning is gone now as well.
Good to know.
Oh, because
Because he,
right.
yeah.
But yeah, who knows? We might not die. Probably, but might not. You know.
You'll see next time, folks, on Blue Box RPG.
All right, all the bits, all the gifts, all the and boy, that I'll tell you
that
that
magic sphere.
that 5,000 that was
Magic
given was very helpful for Markov. For Markov to come through in this condition is fantastic. Now,
If I
remember-
did not have it, I would have died.
would you really?
Yes, I would have died.
yeah.
Pat draws.
You have
actually saved. And you know what's interesting too is like
The gods.
We do still have one more full heal sitting on the table.
and you have
Pat
it's just,
said the big sounds are kind of annoying. Those must be coming.
Big.
They're not very loud.
they're not loud in here. Are they loud in on your end? Everybody tell me because I need to know because this is an ambient background for this room. Was that too loud?
Pat,
You should hear the wailing and lamentations of the damned.
Of the souls.
Pat, I want to say thank you. You kept me alive. If I had died, that would have saved me a trip next week. But I will be
No,
back.
not loud. Okay. All right. Well, I'll turn it down a little bit anyway.
What the?
So.
All right, giveaways?
Yeah, so we have a giveaway. Thomas is upset with me, I can tell.
No, I love that. Cool
Don't worry.
wizard stuff?
If I have a way to give you just enough health points to get up.
Okay, all right, good. That's what I want.
For 1 minute.
So,
all I
it's
need,
really
baby.
interesting to see how that worked out, though, where you had that spell turning, which, and again, this is exactly how this character is written. Like, I didn't like come up with the spell turning. That's already in his combat description, you know, because this is actually the module now that we're back to. The wand, the quickened meta magic. This is all as he was prepped to be. Okay, so let me kill the wailing and lamentations
I
of the
can.
lost. And let's go ahead and get ready for our stream MVP and our giveaway. We will be back next week now for Runelords.
Yeah,
this will certainly be our last session. And I think it may be is somewhat likely.
Separate everyone needs
It's a
to
tough one, to be sure.
Yeah, are you kidding?
But here we go. We're going to put up the poll for Stream MVP in just a moment. Let's start with you, Cade. Why should you be Stream MVP?
Huzzah! I should be stream MVP because I'm Cade. That's why.
Huzzah.
Oh boy, well, you know, I mean, I did use my flying when our magic got dispelled in the air as we were gaseous. I don't know. We got into the room.
I don't know, you slammed your hands on a lot of stuff.
I threw stuff everywhere.
Got really angry.
I got angry. I talked to the shield a lot, trying to get any information. Tried to get the sting glass from Alcott, did by throwing it in that thing, then I got it back out, and tried to destroy it, I can't destroy it. So then white blood on the lens, and then Alcott disintegrates me. I go in and we're about to die.
I didn't disintegrate you.
Yes, you did.
No.
Yes,
the
you did.
lens did that. Trust me, if I did it, you'd know.
And run for all.
Huzzah.
All right. Why should Alcott be stream MVP?
Alcott should be stream MVP for successfully getting the party away from a dragon. That happened.
I spied the dragon.
Well, that's all well and good, but you were moving 60 miles an hour thanks to Alcott.
True.
And that fight would have been nasty before getting up in this tower,
Oh my
and
goodness.
we don't want that.
We would have had no chance.
No chance at all. And then within the tower itself, basically coming to first off, counterspelling and disintegrate on himself, which was
That was
pretty
pretty cool. Yeah.
But the coming to the conclusion
Music
that we're
is too
wasting
loud.
time
I turned it down already.
and
Chaos.
we
Way
need
down.
to we need to just go in and assist it in completing
Is
the
it
ritual.
is it still too loud, Chaosic? I'm sorry. Go ahead. I turned it down.
That is why I should be stream MVP.
Well done, sir. Well done.
Run for votes.
All right. And why should Markov be stream MVP?
This is a tough session for him. He raised a lot of good questions. He raised a lot of great questions about what we
What is
should
sin?
do, what we ought to do, and not even in a moral sense, in a practical sense.
What is good?
I just don't.
Do the right thing.
Yeah, well, I feel like there's something in that room that we just absolutely missed that would have made all this much easier. Maybe I'm wrong, but he.
John, what was it? I see by the look on his face there is something we missed.
We'll talk.
I
We'll
don't
talk when the
understand.
campaign's
Full
over.
debrief at campaign
Yeah.
end. Yeah, I was able to help Alcott up the slopes, despite him being a little dramatic since he had the ring of cold resist anyways. So cold.
Hold me.
I was able to use the item, the seeing glass, to reveal quite a bit, and was able to identify the thing as a dragon. I'm at a loss for words. This we are scrambling to the end here, but I think he's deserving as any.
All right.
Yeah.
Your vote for stream MVP is up. Sorry, I kicked it off while he was still talking, but there's time for everyone.
Mean.
And
No.
let's go ahead and let's start with Cade. Cade, you are going to be rolling for Patrick Fraley 17.
Oh, come on, Pat.
All right.
Thomas is 6'2".
You are going to be rolling for. Ooh, it's a
I'm
close
6'3".
vote. 5-3-3. Vote for
Remember
stream
the video?
MVP. Top
Run
right hand
for
corner.
votes. Run for votes.
2000
know this.
Caesar. You have 2000 Caesar.
Cade can't give you rum.
And then
Anyone who came to
In your
BlueBoxCon knows
dreams, I
that's true.
can.
type in the chat. Let us know you're still here.
I don't like that. Keep away from my
Chaosic!
dreams, man.
Oh, Chaosic super active today also. So
Cade will
thank-
visit you
all
in
right.
your dreams
Can we get
and
a
give you
three-way
rum.
tie?
How about
So
that?
you've got Chaosic and it's
Oh.
766. It's so close.
Oh,
it's so close.
If someone
Come
chose
on.
Cade instead
Vote
voted for
for
Cade.
Cade.
2 seconds.
Vote for
5,
Cade.
10,
It's way more than 5
9.
seconds.
I talked
Vote
to
for
the
MVP.
shields.
Upper right hand corner.
Shall we roll?
I'm interested.
Go ahead and roll. You have Chaosic. You have Caesar. You have Patrick. Go ahead.
Friendly. Oh.
I mean, for sure.
All right. Which day?
Here we go. There's still time. It's tied now. Markov and Alkov both at 7.
Hog.
I got 20.
Nat 20.
Did you get a nat 20? And the winner is... It's a tie, so I have to do it again.
Oh, you can't give it to both of us in the last episode?
Yeah.
Wasn't it a roll off? The experience is very important right now.
Yeah.
You have to give us experience before next episode.
You have to rest, so it doesn't matter.
Could have rested at the
That's
base of the
rude.
tower. Oh no, we had one more.
All right, did you really roll a 20 for Patrick? All right, for Caesar.
Hail Caesar.
13.
All
Sorry,
right.
bud.
And for Chaosic.
Chaosic. Oh my God, it's an 11.
All right,
Hey.
Patrick Fraley, you are the winner. Oh, you don't see the poll? The poll here. Let me. We
poll's
have.
over. That's why you don't see
The
the poll.
poll's
I
already
totally
over.
forgot.
It already went up. We had a
prayer.
tie. We will allow the tie betwixt
What do you mean?
Markov and Alcott.
For why you should be streaming.
Yeah, I forgot the prayer for why I should be streaming. I totally
Oh
blanked.
yeah, and Alka gave a nice little speech about friendship and overcoming things and maybe doing a stupid decision
Okay.
while
All
in
right.
the fight.
All right. Well then.
So
Then let's do it. Let's do it again. Then we'll do another poll
This is
between the
very-
two of you. We'll give you a
I really am
chance.
close to leveling
Hey,
up.
Cameron, we love you too.
2,500.
It's not even.
Can't wait to have you at the table soon.
Yeah, but we did kill an ancient white dragon. We killed a beholder, and we killed the scribbler between.
It's very important. Yeah, all this good talking and praying right before we die, which is awesome. Friendship will get us through the day.
All right, I'm going to make this a shorter poll here. I'm going to make this a 1-minute poll, and it is started now. It is between Markov and Alcott, who tied with 7 apiece.
Beaver in the camera?
Dead beaver? What are you talking about? Is it maybe something on down here?
On the table? What do you?
Dead beaver?
Is he talking about one of us?
I don't know.
Is this a slam?
Chaosic said, okay, what is up with the random dead beaver in the camera?
Is it?
I don't know what you're referring
Trying to look.
Is there a dead beaver in our camera?
Oh, that's what I'm smelling. No.
Is that my hair? Are you talking about my hair when it gets? Is that what it is?
John showed a pile of fur in there. Yes, it literally. That is exactly what he's talking about.
You're calling these glorious locks
I think
beaver?
it's when you leaned in from the
I know what it is. Yeah.
The back of John's head.
Okay. All right.
Dead.
7. Why was it dead? Why couldn't it be a living beaver?
We have it in here. It's our pet.
There's no plugs. There's no toupee. This is real
knows the Blue Box pet.
Oh, and Markov takes it 8-7.
That's
well
sweet.
done, well done. All right, don't leave us now. We're gonna raid. Hey, do not miss big week on Blue Box. We've got Greyhawk Awakening back on Tuesday. Lore Masters Arcanum. I'll be back on this Wednesday night with our usual crew and some fun topics, and then the conclusion of our 2-year Runelords campaign as the party in desperate straits. Unbelievably difficult situation. I honestly don't know how they're going to survive, but this party has surprised me time and time again. So do the Thessalonian Runelords re-enter and terrorize Golarion, or do somehow the heroes of Sandpoint become the heroes of old Golarion, and perhaps even the Plains? Tune into Blue Box next Sunday and see. Our raid this week is going to be...
And if I can sell you on something tomorrow,
yes,
you should check out Terry's new channel, Roll for Perception. That's roll with an E, not with 2 L's.
Yes.
Where tomorrow night we will be premiering in the city of Alkenstar, within the world of Golarion, playing as clockwork people doing things with Western style, the mana wastes in the city of Alkenstar, the city of smoke and smog and brass.
Very nice, very nice. Check that out
5
tomorrow.
p.m.
So we got all kinds of good gaming, all kinds of stuff from the Blue Box family this week. Join our Discord if you're not in it, and make sure anybody that's won, make sure I have your address information, and we'll get that out to you. Blue Box rating now.
Bye. Takes a hot second.